Bet. All right, we're recording. All right, guys. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Going
Yes,
on?
sir. Yes, Sirski. Happy early 4th of July.
Happy
You
early.
feel me?
My people wasn't free day. My
Yeah,
people still wasn't free.
happy early. Just our excuse to get on the grill and get drunk.
Facts. Oh, hey, I
We-
got some ribs. Bro. They end up singing right now, bro. I'm finna put them. I'm finna.
oh, my mom,
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pop's got some ribs in smoker right now. He just made some chicken. We gonna kill this brisket. Like it's about to be.
Oh,
It's about to be
brisket's gas.
Dang.
Brisket
Y'all,
gas.
y'all are
Yeah.
blessed. I gotta work tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
racist.
And
I
nothing
took
going on
off.
the grill. Bro, I worked on Juneteenth, so like,
Yeah,
I worked on Juneteenth. I
that's
worked on
racist. I'm
Juneteenth
not
for
gonna lie.
sure.
This is racist.
I worked on Juneteenth for
How y'all
sure.
feeling, bro? How y'all feeling, man?
Bro, I'm feeling good. I'm getting tired of keeping up with the NBA though.
I was about to say
This
long week in the
this is
NBA.
getting this is getting exhausting. Like
Long week
goodness
in the
gracious.
NBA.
I love it. I
Long
love it
week
quite
in the
honestly.
NBA. I don't care. It was so much news, bro. We're gonna dive into it, bro. But yeah, gang. It's like as soon as free agency happened and that Giannis trade went through, bang, 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 bang. Shit just kept on happening, bro.
Hey, this is like off topic. I'm just happened to look at my phone and they just made a post.
I
The
just seen that.
Hey, I got 100 bars. I got 100 bars for them niggas too.
yeah,
Life I do.
They calling them the Snow Time Lakers.
Hey, that's Steven. That's Stephen A. It's hilarious. They like, hey, they can't win the
But
championship with no black people on the team.
look though, we got a lot of talk about the game, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get the SOS segment out the way.
Let's do it.
For
My
sure.
dog Tyson been trying to get this question out for like 3 pods now.
Oh, I know what you
And
want to
like,
do.
because it's free agency, like I felt like it's no better time to ask.
Yeah.
But like, do y'all think star players like the number one option should take a pay cut to build an overall team? And I think like the most successful one was Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson
Yeah.
left $100 million on the table to go get a McHale, to go sign an OG to a big contract, and he ended up winning the championship and Finals MVP. So
And to take on that cat contract.
yeah, exactly. So should your star player take less to help build a team? What y'all think?
Listen, I'm not gonna tell nobody to not get their bread. You know what I'm saying? I understand if you want to go get your bread, and I ain't gonna tell you not to get your bread. But just be prepared for everything that come behind it. We see it's like with LeBron in LA, ironically, bro. A lot of the reasons and a lot of the like shortcomings that the Lakers faced in terms of having to build a roster due to the fact that LeBron was taking up 40, 50 million of the cap space. And it happens with all of these stars who get their bread. And I'm not saying don't get your bread. I totally get it, bro. But it's like if I was a star player, I would more so value getting a championship. And I'm gonna be real, the quality of my life is not gonna be that different versus making like 200 million and 90 million. You know what I'm saying? Like over my contract. That's a big difference of money. But especially if I'm a star player, I already got endorsements, I got brand deals, I got other ways I could get income. I'm going to take the pay cut because I want to win a championship. One thing I hate that stars will do is, oh man, I'm so frustrated I can't win a championship. But you're taking up 60% of the fucking cap this year. So I don't know if you want niggas to pull something out their ass, but like that's just not, like I said, go get your bread. But if you get your bread, you have to be prepared for everything that come behind it. So me personally, I do think more stars, if you really want to win a championship, should take pay cuts, because if you have the right GM, if you have the proper front office to build around you, you can do exactly what the Knicks just did, or have the opportunity to do what the Knicks just did, because championships ain't guaranteed.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. However, I think this is gonna be my first real hot take on the pod. Say no, because it's not really up to the player. Now, don't get me wrong; it's very commendable that someone like Jalen Brunson took that pay cut, was allowed the Knicks to take their time, build a team around them. Without that pay cut, they don't get Karl Anthony Towns, they don't get OG Anunoby, they don't sign that deep bench, they don't get the guys, they don't get the pieces that they were able to acquire to win that championship. However, if I'm an NBA player and I want to be able to get as much money as I can to put my family in generational wealth, front office, it's still up to y'all to put this team around me, because even if you do take this pay cut, it's not a guarantee that your front office is going to do what they need to do
That's
to
true.
put the necessary pieces around you. So let's say in a hypothetical situation in a completely parallel universe that Jalen Brunson takes that pay cut and the Knicks don't win a championship in his tenure there. Jalen Brunson's thinking, damn, I just left $100 million on the table or however much he left on the table, and for no ring. I'm gonna be pissed. So, and we see that the cap always increase every single year, both in basketball and especially in football. That it's, in my opinion, it's really more so up to the front office. You're gonna have to pay your star player. You're gonna have to pay him the big bucks. Construct your team accordingly around that star player and trust that that star player is worth paying that money, because we've seen teams pay that star player that max contract and still have the money and still be able to do the scouting to put players around, to put pieces around that star player to win. So while I am all for commendable stars that want to take pay cuts to put their front offices in better positions to win, at the end of the day, front office, this is still your job.
Or even, here's the thing that they don't do anymore, and I know why they don't do it. Shout out Allen Houston for the New York Knicks. Because when the Knicks locked Allen Houston into that like 6, 7, 8 year fucking deal back in the 2000s, because they thought he was the one. That is why a lot of teams and a lot of athletes, a lot of agents and athletes have gotten aware of the fact that, long deals aren't really too valuable for me personally in the long term. Because I know, boom, if I sit up here and I sign this 5-year, 3, 4, 5-year deal, then when that's over, I'm be able to make twice as much. It's like what John Wall told AJ Diabasa, that his current rookie contract was his max contract back when was his first max contract when he was hooping.
Yeah, fact.
I made a video on LeBron. When LeBron went to the Lakers, he signed a max contract. His max contract was $154 million.
Yeah, I remember when he signed that, bro. That is chump change now.
Like, bro, like Shea gets paid 200. Shea getting paid $70 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and D-Book is getting paid like 75, 90. So that's one of them
Steph
things.
Curry is literally making damn near 100 mils a year.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like, trust me, I ain't gonna tell nobody not to get paid, but like, I look at a guy like I guess this is the flip side of it, where a guy like Patrick Mahomes, he locked himself into like a 10-year deal with the Chiefs. He know he got brand deals. He know he got advertisements. He always gonna have bread coming in, and I'm sure he has other assets and things to get him money. Me personally, if I know I'm a star player, cool. I'll take the comfort of knowing I can be with a franchise 7, 8 years. I might sign that bitch when my rookie extension is up in probably when I'm like 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, whenever. And okay, boom, we'll just move on from there, because I know if I'm the guy on that team, I'm not going to be lacking for bread, and I want to win the championship. But it is very dependent on your front office, because you see a guy like Jalen Brunson, he gets his chip and he gets his ring in 2026. But Patrick Mahomes, ever since he done locked himself into that 10-year contract, the Chiefs have gone downhill. So but in my opinion, I would rather take that risk and lock myself into like a decent probably not 10 years. 10 years is a long fucking time to be locked into a contract. But
yeah,
even then you can adjust stuff within a contract. But regardless, I'd rather get some security, take the little pay cut. It is what it is. Most niggas don't even touch they NFL or NBA game check money anyway. Hey, bro, I let that sit over there. I have all of these endorsements and stuff rolling in. Cool, because I know I'm that guy on the team. I know I'm be good. And we'll just ball out from there. But to your point, Jay, I'm not mad at somebody getting their money, because money is money, especially if you are from a impoverished area. If you are one of the less fortunate people growing up, for sure, bro, get as much bread as you can and take care of your family, take care of your hood, take care of your parents, like take care of all them folks. But me, man, I listen, I take $500K.
Not the dinner.
Not the dinner. Oh, you got the reference.
Yeah,
Matt, bro, how you feel, bro?
You feel me?
Bro, this is the first time like me and Jay didn't agree. Like, mind you, me and Jay rarely agree. Honestly, out of like all four of us, like, not four, because Adam agreed with me sometimes. Like, out of these two, like out of us three,
You and
I
Adam
never
got the
agree.
same dealer.
Yeah, like I
Yeah, for
never
sure,
agree.
yeah.
I never agree with Tyson and Jay at all. So, but I do agree with Jay right now. Like, and I think it's for everything that both of y'all said. Like, there's just no guarantee that I get a ring. You know what I'm saying? And because there's just no guarantee that I get a ring, and because of like you just never know what can happen. I'm trying to get as much money as I can. Like we just seen earlier this week, CJ2K just
the
shocked the
ALS
whole
thing.
world with the whole ALS situation. And
Yeah, man. Prayers
like
to that
money,
man, by the way.
Yeah,
prayers to him. You know
prayers
what
to
I'm saying?
CJ2K.
Yeah,
And
bro.
I'm not saying money could have stopped that, right? But we don't know how much insurance is. Like eventually, like the health benefits run out of the league after a certain amount of years after retirement. And like me trying to have as much money as possible, not even just for the current moment being greedy, but just like post career and not knowing what happens, like
But bruh, I ain't gonna cap. Like,
'cause
what's the
listen,
difference? What's the difference if you nigga 20, 50 million versus 100 million? What's the difference in your quality of life?
50 extra $1 million.
That's not that
Yeah,
big of a difference in
$50.
your quality. Your quality of life
Yes, it
is the same. Your
I'm not
quality,
looking-
your I promise you, it's the same.
I'm not looking at the quality.
Well, I ain't gonna say I promise, but
I'm not really necessarily looking at quality of life. I do agree with you on that. I'm looking more at the generational wealth part. I have an extra 50 million for my kids, grandkids, great grandkids, extra,
lot of money.
et cetera. They will never
it is.
obviously they will never have to work again. Period. But now they will overly never have to like work.
I can understand.
ever
I can
again.
understand like 35, 45. Cool. But
50 and 100 million is like that's
Come on.
a substantial
come on,
jump.
Tyson.
Bruh,
That's
no,
a
I'm not
substantial
saying it's not a lot of money, but like, nigga, that shit greedy, bro. You already making enough bread doing other stuff. Like,
I'm trying to be generational
you
wealth.
don't
I'm
know,
trying to build
but
it.
bruh, you already getting hella bread regardless.
If we don't win, because if we don't win, now I'm just standing there with my dick in my hand, like, dang, I just lost.
I mean, I'm be like, damn, I could have made this much money, and I'll probably be mad about it. But at the same time, nigga, I still have a lot of money. Like my kids, they still gonna be straight because I still have a boatload of money.
LeBron shit. I'm getting that max for 23 years. My 24th year, and then I'll take the minimum. I'm getting.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you.
Bron became
But
a
like,
billionaire while playing. That's
and I'm not mad at it. But listen, if you gonna be moving like that, first of all, LeBron got a lot of his shit from outside the league. That's where he made a lot of his bread. But if you gonna move like that, then when your GM is like, hey, I ain't gonna, even though I'm not that high in Rob Pelinka as a GM, one thing I can say is, yeah, dealing with LeBron's extra 50, 40 fucking million does make it really hard to build a proper roster in Los Angeles.
It does. It does.
So you can't really complain. You can't get frustrated. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but that credibility goes kind of out the way. Because if I'm the GM and Matt come to my table, Matt like, bro, why you won't build a team around me? Matt, you're making $50 million. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's fair, but at the same time, that's your job, nigga. Figure it out.
I can't. I'm gonna have Malik Monk and Lonnie Walker is the fourth. That's my best options.
But yeah, though, that's SOS for today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let us know what y'all think.
I'm a solo today, guys. It's all right.
Yeah, I think this is the first time being on the side by yourself, man. How I feel.
Yeah, I have no problem staying on this damn side right here, bro. No issue. And because it's such a nuanced topic as well. Like, I'm never, like I said, bro, listen, man, J. Cole got a lyric, bro. I love to see a black man get paid, bro. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I love to see these people get their bread. And I'm not going to blame you ever for getting your bread. But it depends. It all depends on your priorities, like your values. What do you value the most? Me personally, I know if I'm in the league, whether it be the NFL or the NBA, I want to get some rings. I want to get some championships. I want to get those type of team accolades. Like, especially if I'm the star player, I know I'm not going to have to worry about bread for real. Okay, maybe if I'm like a third, fourth guy on the team, six man, okay, for sure, I want to maximize my bread. But if I know I am like the 1A guy on the team, hey, man, I just want to get this championship, bro. I'll help you build this fucking team around me because you're going to have to do it. But, hey, I'll leave some bread on the table for them other folks. I'm all about, look, we can all eat, bro.
That's true. But that's the SOS segment. We got a lot to talk about, man.
Hey, Jay, what's going on? What's going on in the MLB?
The biggest thing, man.
Nah, it's cool. I'm a blitz through the MLB because, like Matt said, we got a lot to talk about. So,
I seen a lot of blowouts this week in the MLB, bro.
Yeah. First and foremost, death taxes and the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are still, in my opinion, and this is not no hot take, They are my pick to win the World Series as of right now. The All-Star break is in 2 weeks. They just came back from a down 6-0 in the first 4 innings, and they won 12-7 against their rivals, San Diego Padres. I know that they sick right now. So the Dodgers, and they're deep. Like the Dodgers are like hurt right now. Like they got players out right now, and they still came back and beat the Padres 12-7. And the Padres don't suck. The Padres are right behind them in the division. So shout out the Dodgers. They still in a heater. Number 2, the Tampa Bay Rays are currently the hottest team right now. They are on an 8-game win streak. They just swept the Royals. And their pitching has just been, they have been just strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. They have been rolling. 3, the Braves. Last time we talked about them, they were contenders. They still are, but they had a rough patch in June. And this is baseball; it's a long season. But in June, they went 9 for 14, and they, with their most recent loss being an 11-5 loss to the Cardinals. They're trying to
Wait,
get they most.
I want to get this out. So with the All Star break coming up, is the MLB similar to the NBA, where it's like, okay, boom, we know the All Star break is coming up. We kind of, it's just like we're just waiting and crawling to the All Star break, so we are gonna be kind of ass.
Yes and no, because, and even more so because it is the MLB and it's just a longer series of
100 and
games.
something games.
However, you don't want to lose momentum going into the All-Star break because you're not going to be with your team for 3 weeks or for 3 days. And baseball, they play, like, if you're in a series, you play every single day. So if you're away for your team and you don't have that chemistry for 3 days and you are ending on a slump, it can be very hard to get right back into that rhythm. As we've seen with like the Marlins and the Rays, you can go from, being a team that's kind of an afterthought, 1 month, to being a team that's catching fire and is going to talk about us being a potential contender. So if you are down in a slump before the All-Star break, that's not very good. I mean, it's not the end of the world, obviously, but you don't want to be going into the All-Star break basically on a losing streak, being away for your team for 3 days, because unlike basketball, outside of back to backs, you got a
You get
few
breaks.
days.
Yeah.
You got breaks a few days in between games, 2 days, 3 days, a few days, 4 days in between games to watch film and get back in the mojo. That's not baseball. If you're in a series, that's day by day by day. So it's the same, but not really. It's the
Yeah, I
same,
feel
and
it.
so because it's a long season, but not really, just because that schedule is different.
I feel it.
So speaking of the Rays, Junior Caminero is basically having his breakout year. He has an incredible home run streak. He has 6 consecutive games with home run. Like, he is wilding. Yes, 6 consecutive games.
That shit I
sending
be
the ball
doing
to the
in
stands.
Road to the Show.
Yeah, like his actual video game numbers. Like, he is currently entering like the national spot as an all-star caliber player. This is basically his breakout year. He's wilding. The Cubs are surging. They're currently trying to lock in their wild card spot for the National League. The Cubs are always like, especially nowadays, are always going to be kind of decent ever since they broke through that, that barrier to win their
Yeah.
only World Series, like
I
100
remember that. I
something
remember
years in
that.
2016.
I remember that
remember
because
Yeah, for sure.
Brian, no, not Brian. Was it Brian? Yeah, because they played the
Yeah, because
Indians.
they're playing the Indians.
Brian
Yeah,
had to wear
yeah.
the Cubs shit and walking in the
Yeah.
tunnel because him and D Wade
For
made a
sure.
bet.
Yeah, him and D-Wade had that bet. So ever since the Cubs did that, they've always been kind of decent. So they're one of those teams that's kind of like rising fast at power rankings. And the toughest division in baseball, the AL Central, this is basically the equivalent of the NFC West.
Oh,
For football.
fuck.
Yeah, like the AL Central. I'm about to pull this up real quick, and I'm gonna like read off these records for AL for the
Bruh,
AL
it get
Central. So
wicked
White
in the
Sox.
AFC West.
Yeah, the White Sox are 45 and 41. The Guardians are 46 and 42. The Twins are 42 and 46. Tigers are 38 and 50. Royals are 35 and 53. So the top 3 teams are all basically hovering around the same amount of wins. Like, the White Sox and Guardians are basically tied for the lead. With the White Sox in their last 10 games winning, going 6-4, and the Guardians going 5-5.
Yeah, I heard the White
And the
Sox is
Twins,
on ass.
yeah, and the Twins are only 4 games back. So that division could get immediately shaken up in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That division could look completely different.
Back when I played MLB, I mean, I still play MLB The Show, but I had a left fielder who played for the Kansas City Royals and led them niggas to a World Series.
Yeah, bro. Like, so that's basically the MLB hour. Because like I said, we're going into All-Star break, and right now, if I'm being quite honest, as much as even though I'm covering the MLB, shout out MLBbro.com if y'all want to check out Jay Prez and some of the writing that I do.
Shout out.
Even though I'm covering the MLB right now, we got a lot to talk about in the NBA because it has been an eventful week,
Yes, we
fellas, man.
do.
It is
Man,
oh
Yes.
my
man.
goodness.
Hey, and nah, go ahead, go
So
ahead.
let's address the gigantic elephant in the room, and I'm actually surprisingly not talking
Shout out
about LeBron
DS2.
James. We are
So,
now.
so,
Yeah, shout out DS2
so y'all
for
want
sure.
to trade? Y'all want to talk about a trade, or y'all want to talk? I
All
thought we
right,
gotta talk about the trade first. 'Cause I think
let's
all this shit
progress.
came off.
Let's talk
Progress.
about
Let's
the trade.
progress.
So
So the biggest surprise of free agency so far, and it is not that he got traded; it's where he got traded to. I think was
and what
his
he got
biggest surprise
traded
because
And
for.
exactly.
everything
So
about that shit weird, man.
Jaylen Brown got traded to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, a 2028 first round pick, 2031 unprotected first round pick, and 2 second round picks.
Celtics might have to take home the 2026 Dumbest Organization of the Year
Ass
award.
shakers
And I
of the
should
year,
know.
bro.
I should know because for y'all who don't know, chat, I'm a Mavs fan. So I am still reeling from that Luka trade. I'm here to tell you it's not as bad, but it's up there, fam. It's up there.
Yeah.
Because you just traded. Oh my goodness. Like it still blows my mind. I'm a Celtics hater, and it still blows my mind. You traded your second best player, finals MVP, one of the core pieces of your franchise, the guy who was second team All NBA this past year, basically kept your team's head above water all year without Jason Tatum. You traded him for an aging, inefficient, slower,
Less
washed
athletic.
Paul George. This isn't like a Paul George who we're wondering, oh, does he still have it? Like a James Harden or like a Kawhi Leonard, where it's like, oh, is he still got it? Is this one like? No, we know Paul George is washed. Paul George been washed for like a few years now. And you have Jaylen Brown in your prime, and you essentially, yeah, I know they traded the picks. I don't care. They basically traded Jaylen Brown for Paul George. What the hell? Like, what the hell, man?
Bro.
What the hell? What the hell?
It was so
What the
crazy, bro. It was so crazy because like it really came out of nowhere. Like I don't know who sent it to the chat first, but somebody sent it to the chat.
I think it was Tyson. I think it was Tyson.
I
I
think it was
might
just
have
like
been.
I think it was just like wow, like it really got there. You feel what I'm saying? Like for him
And
to
on,
be
oh, my bad, man. On top of that, you
Nigga,
traded
did
this
something
man
just
to like
break,
your.
nigga?
No, I dropped my hairbrush.
he really speaked up, man.
No. On top of that, bro, you traded this man to arguably. I know the Celtics and Lakers got their rivalry, whatever, historic.
Yeah.
Bro, in terms
No,
of
this
like
is their biggest
modern
rivals.
NBA, this is their biggest. The Sixers are their biggest rival. They see the Sixers basically every year in the playoffs, and you traded one of your most important pieces to your biggest rival.
Yeah.
What are you smoking?
Yeah,
Like, oh my god.
to go from him being a centerpiece in a KD trade a few years ago and being a centerpiece in a Giannis trade this year
To Paul George.
to basically being a salary dump for Paul George, it's crazy. Like I understand it got to a point where you probably had to trade Jaylen Brown, even though reports came out today that he never officially
requested. Man, go
just
ahead,
because
man,
he
bro.
didn't,
Go
just
ahead,
because he
man,
didn't
bro.
officially request a trade, I don't think it means like it wasn't time for him to go. If you feel like it was time for him to go, right? You lost so much. Like, how do you go from Giannis to like Jay said, a 35-year-old
36.
star, 36?
Washed Paul George.
Injury
You know what I'm
riddled, 25-game suspension because of PEDs.
You know, like if that was your best trade offer, right?
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been.
Listen, that would have been there. That would have been there 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
You know, that would have never went away.
Yes.
Nobody was trading for Paul George's contract. And you're giving away your finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? For Paul George. And you're
Bro.
and then another reason why the picks don't matter to me, because
none of them niggas are gonna be better than Jaylen Brown.
they're going to be competing. You have Tyrese Maxey.
It's a
Jaylen Brown.
2028.
Those picks are not gonna be better than Jaylen Brown.
Nigga,
Jaylen Brown was the second overall
2028
pick.
is 2 years from now. Jaylen Brown's gonna be 31.
He's gonna be in the middle of his prime. Like, oh my.
So it's like, it doesn't really matter. And then it's like, it's just like, bro.
You know what I think? Here's my conspiracy brain, and we're gonna get like deeper into like this whole Jaylen Brown situation like later in the pod.
somebody had to have had a vendetta against him. Somebody had to have just
Nah,
wanted
for
him
sure.
gone.
Yeah.
Somebody had to
Nah,
have
for
just
sure.
wanted him gone because there's just
He had a
no.
red dot
This
on him.
trade makes no sense.
He had a red-
This trade makes no sense,
Bro.
on all levels. It makes no sense.
Bro, here's the thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna stay on the trade.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, because that's really I didn't put out like 3 videos on this other shit. But anyways, let me focus on the trade. The trade makes sense for one reason. Because I watched a pod, I watched Kenny numbers on the board. They were like, there's no reason for this trade. This is a trade that makes sense because I am a guy who is a firm believer in, okay, if somebody does want to be in my organization, I think it's better to have them outside of my organization than just keep them in and have them ruin the team chemistry and everything. That's the only reason it makes sense. But that's just for a trade. You don't trade him to the Philadelphia 76ers. Because if we break it down, the Philadelphia 76ers are in you guys' division. Philly and Boston, they are not that far from each other. They have to see each other 4 times a year. They're in the same division, and they match up with each other in the playoffs a good amount. They matched up this year where the Boston Celtics blew a 3-1 lead because fucking Joe Mazzulla thought he could get away with starting Hugo Gonzalez and fucking Ron Harper Jr. in a game 7. So that's the first thing. The second thing is like if you're going to trade him, cool. And if you're not going to get shit, cool. But why would you trade him to the 76ers? Like, you instantly make the 76ers better. That's like the cardinal rule about being a GM. If you are going to trade somebody, you want to stay away from in division and in conference trades because you don't want your immediate competition to get better. We'll deal with you in the finals, worst case scenario, or bank on someone getting you out of the playoffs before we even got to see you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool, but you trade them to the Philadelphia 76ers. So for that, it doesn't make sense. The second thing that doesn't make sense is this, bro. The picks, I am getting more and more towards team fuck those picks. But if you are going to get picks, bro, why would you get them ones that are going to be like 1 to 2 years from now? Okay, yeah, maybe fucking Joel Embiid isn't in the league or isn't like playing for the Sixers 2 years from now, but they still have Maxey. They're still going to have VJ, and they're still going to have Jaylen Brown. And who knows? What happens? And who knows what's going to happen with LeBaron Fallon and Anthony? Like, bro, they're going to have some good enough pieces for them to eventually compete for a championship. You can argue they're contenders right now with this trade. You just made a contender, and it's like for the return that you got, nigga. You asked the 76ers to include VJ Edgecombe and some first round picks, and they told your ass no, and you said okay. What type of fucking sense does that make? If someone says, yeah, nah, I'm like, bro, okay, I want to get JB off my team, but like, I want VJ and Paul George. If a nigga say no, hey, nice doing business with you, bro. I will. If I'm going to get back bullshit, I'd rather do it with another team. I'd rather do that with another team who I know I don't have to worry about.
Mind you, the Giannis trade fell through. The first report is because they didn't want to give up Hugo Gonzalez,
bro. Yes. What the fuck?
And then after that, it was because you didn't want to give Giannis a 3-year max.
3-year max, bro. It don't.
So you're telling me Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman
are more valuable.
And then it's like who you got. Like, okay, boom. Okay, we got to what they gave up. You get Paul George and you get the picks. I'm not gonna worry about the fucking picks. Those second round picks, they'll probably end up getting traded. Those first round picks aren't valuable at all. You come out and you say, okay, yeah, we want to play a different style of basketball. The Mazzulla ball, 3, all of this stuff is we want to get away from that. Cool, you want to get away from it. Why would you get a guy who has actually just come off a career low in terms of shots at the rim? Why would you get a guy who can't even get to the rim as much as he used to anymore because he's 36, he's not really that explosive anymore, and he settles a lot for threes like that? This goes against everything. And you have a Jason Tatum who is in his prime, who I don't know how it is. He might be like 27, 28. Who the fuck is about to become available within the next couple of years for you to put next to him? Because I guarantee you, you're going to need another star next to Jason Tatum. In a world full of the Wizards, with them possibly being able to ascend soon, the Knicks with Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, the Cleveland Cavaliers with Jason Tatum and Donovan Mitchell, and we even got to the Western Conference with the likes of Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper, whoever emerges as a star over there. OKC with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, the T-Wolves with LaMelo, and like, bruh, you just removed your number 2 where it is proven he can win a championship with you over some prideful shit, and now you have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how. And you can't even have any pieces to trade. If they want to make a trade for a star, they have no leverage. Nobody wants shit on that team. No, and then, hey, you know what pissed me the fuck off? What pissed me the fuck off was hearing these niggas talk about, hey, we think Payton Pritchard can take a Jalen Brunson type of leap. Payton Pritchard is 28 years old. And there was no Jason Tatum last year. If he was gonna take a Jalen Brunson type of leap, last year was the year to do it. He hasn't shown that he's nigga. Everybody Jalen Brunson until Jalen Brunson steps in the fucking room. Don't come out just spewing bullshit to sit up here and justify a bad fucking trade. That is some shit that really pissed me off when I seen that shit. Cause that might be the dumbest shit ever.
Perfect segue, because like ever since this trade, bro, it's been a lot of bullshit narratives.
Even before the trade, bro. Even before the trade.
But like, it's just like gotten crazy at this point, bro.
It's been downright disrespectful, fam.
Disrespectful as shit, bro. Disrespectful as shit. I'm about to pull it up right now. Like,
yeah, go ahead. We gonna go through like a good amount of these because it's been like wow. And I want to preface before I say what I'm about to say for all these tweets. I'm not even a big Jaylen Brown fan at that. I feel like none of us are like gigantic Jaylen Brown fans. Bro, I am. Go ahead. Matt is a gigantic. I'm a Mavs fan, bro. I seen this nigga whoop our ass in the finals. I'm not the biggest Jaylen Brown fan, but he earned my respect because one, he got a Finals MVP, and then two, when JT got hurt, this man averaged 30.
Bro, I'm gonna be transparent. I was not a big fan of Jaylen Brown, really, up until this past season. I saw the limitations in his game. He wasn't a player who I really ideally like watching, and I thought there were some clear limitations to his game that me personally, I was doubting. But like now, with the shit I've been seeing, I might be his biggest fan, and he also shut me up last season. Like, bro, I came into last season saying, okay, yeah, the Celtics better take a gap year. I know people were talking about Jaylen Brown potentially being the number one option and all this stuff. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about JB being the number one option because I saw him struggle as a number two. And he came out and averaged damn near 36. No, I think it was like 37 and 5 assists per game. What the fuck? I'm shut, nigga. Like, as the number one option on a team and led them to the 3rd seed in the East. Like, nigga, I can't say shit, bro.
So the first tweet I think we're gonna talk about, I think, is the one that we all had the biggest problem with. This is what Colin.
Is it the
Coward,
disease one?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Colin Coward went on his show on the internet and said he had 2 NBA sources, 2 people in the league, 1 executive, 1 scout, say that Jaylen Brown has an illness. It's a disease. He suddenly think he's the smartest guy in every room. You make a lot of money. You suddenly absolutely sure. You don't want to listen to your bosses. You don't want to listen to consultants. You don't want to listen to teammates.
Hey, bro, here's my first thing. If you can't say some shit without, I'm saying this to the fucking camera.
Yes.
If you can't say some shit and not put your name to it, don't say that shit at all. Don't put. That's weak as hell. That is weak as hell. If you can't sit up here and say something with your chest and attach your name to it, you don't need to be saying that shit. That shit is weak as hell. That shit is scary as fuck, and you need to shut the fuck up. You shouldn't even have a job.
Cat shit.
You can go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Cat shit.
I'm sorry.
I think we all agree, like, bro, to question somebody's intelligence because 9 times out of 10 he probably is the smartest nigga in the room and you feel intimidated, it's fucked up. Because he prides himself in being a higher intellect and love to learn and expand his mind. How is that a disease?
And it's like, bro, like, he is very accomplished. Like, first of all, we've never heard these reports beforehand of him being somebody who is arrogant or somebody who just is very condescending. But like, if you look at the stats, went to Cal Berkeley. God damn it! That alone, went to Cal Berkeley, was taking master's level.
I live out here in Cal. It is not easy to get to Cal Berkeley.
Was taking master's levels classes as a Cal Berkeley student. And then what I respect about him was the fact that MIT hit him up and was like, bro, we need somebody over here to be a professor for our bridge program for the black youth over here in Boston. And he took that responsibility on. Harvard called his line and wanted him to be a professor there.
He turned down a
Like,
NASA internship.
he turned down
Turned
a
down a
NASA
NASA
internship.
Really?
The youngest
Like-
person to give a lecture at Harvard, the youngest person to give a TED talk, like his resume,
like, hey.
of course, all these things aren't like a baseline measurement of intelligence. But if a regular person had all these accomplishments, you're gonna think, oh yeah, this person's pretty goddamn smart.
Exactly.
Yes, and they're intimidated. They're intimidated by
Highly intimidated.
They're intimidated by not only an athlete but a black athlete knowing what he's talking about in almost every conversation.
And he's very outspoken politically as well.
You know what I'm saying? And because they feel like they can't control him and they can't trick him or, you know what I'm saying, and saying or doing whatever they want him to do, they like to spread these narratives and, like Tyson said, not put a name behind it.
That's
One
weak.
thing I can appreciate about Jaylen Brown, and I'm not going to say I agree with how he goes about certain situations every time or putting his like team in like some weird positions. But one thing I will say is I don't think they've ever defended him, not publicly, right?
True.
And then two, if he does have a problem, he's gonna say it and he's gonna have his name behind it. He's not scared of taking whatever come with it.
When you had an issue with the
All these
refs, he came on the stream. Hey, these refs fucking suck. Hey,
all these anonymous executives and scouts, you niggas are too scared to put y'all names on it. You niggas are probably mad y'all couldn't get in MIT and Harvard. You
niggas are some hoes. That's what y'all are.
I probably wish y'all could have had an internship at NASA. But because y'all see this 6'7" athlete from Atlanta, Georgia, you just think he's dumb and
Marietta.
stupid. Atlanta, Marietta. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
they
being
think
petty. I'm being petty.
Georgia, you know what I'm saying? They think he just a nigga who just want to hoop.
Yeah, man.
Bro, my biggest issue is, bro, again, and I said this on the IG. Shout out to the IG at Stay on That Side Podcast.
Stay on That Side
Platforms,
Podcast. Link in the bio.
But I said this is just my biggest issue is, yeah, you can have whatever opinion you have about Jaylen Brown, the player. I've even had my own opinions about Jaylen Brown, the player, especially before this season. This season, he shut me up. You can have your opinion about how Jaylen Brown conducts himself on stream, off the court, even though there are plenty of other players who conduct themselves way worse off the court that don't get this type of smoke. Miles Bridges,
Kevin Porter Jr.
Kevin Porter Jr., to name a few. But to make it seem like this man's pride in his intelligence is a disease is not only disrespectful, it is laughable, and it shouldn't even factor in to his play on the court, because again, we saw this man average 30 without his co-star.
That's
and
my
drag
thing.
his team to a second
literally,
seed.
literally, that's my thing. Because before this came out, it was just stuff regarding. It was bullshit still, but it was stuff regarding on court. But you didn't came for this man personally, bro. Like, you didn't insult his intelligence, and it's like you have, and like you said, you have all this smoke for him, who, by all accounts, at least publicly, bro. Because we don't know. I don't think he has, but like, we've seen other players in the past, other players who are still in the NBA who have done worse things, have had worse things come out, and y'all ain't say shit bad about them. Matter of fact, y'all was like, oh yeah, what they did was fucked up, but he got a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah, for all we know, Jaylen Brown, again, outside of how he may conduct himself on stream, which if you would agree, disagree, whatever, Jaylen Brown has been a model citizen.
Yeah,
He's been a model citizen. He hasn't really had no trouble with fines outside of maybe calling out refs, which every NBA player does. And don't get me wrong, I'm not even like overly I don't even overly care about, obviously, like, if you're breaking the law as an NBA player, you need to check that. But I also understand that these players are young men, 22, 25, with hundreds of millions of dollars. They're gonna mess up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're producing on the court, I'm not the Mr. Stickler. However, there's no way you have this much smoke for somebody who has been a model citizen. But again, there are guys like Miles Bridges, Ja Morant, Kevin Porter Jr., so on, so forth, who have domestic violence charges, gun charges, things like that. And there's no smoke for these people. Like, we'll go into this next tweet later, but the Portland Trailblazers saw this man as a negative. You niggas just traded for Ja.
who has been on the decline since the end of the 2020-23 season because he hasn't produced as well, hasn't developed the jump shot, and has been hurt and can't stay on the court. And meanwhile, Jaylen Brown has been the complete opposite of that. He's developed the jump shot since he's gotten to the league, a great jump shot, I might add, has gotten better every single year, and has dragged his team to the second seed and has a Finals MVP trophy in his trophy case.
Yes.
The complete opposite of John Morant, and because the analytics told you he wasn't gonna be a good pick, y'all not even gonna engage in the trade.
And
Idiotic, stupid.
Somebody had I had made a comment about it saying like Jaylen Brown would be better than anybody on the Portland Trail Blazers.
By far.
And somebody was like,
not by far, but he would be better.
He's like, Danny's better than him. We got to stop just looking at PPG.
You're not smart, whoever said that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Denny is not better than Jaylen Brown.
I ran out of the
characters,
whatever it's called. And I was about to say, like, if you didn't want Jaylen Brown because the Boston Celtics were asking for too much, cool. That's perfectly fine. But to say y'all don't want him because he's a negative player because he's not better than your best player on your team is crazy.
Like, literally.
Secondly, to my point, who the fuck goes to Portland on their own?
Nobody.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard is the only one.
So if y'all have a chance to go get a nigga who is top 5 in MVP, just average 30. It doesn't matter how much money he make, because
put up 33 in the elimination game.
Nobody's ever going to Portland willingly.
No one.
And that's the thing. Like, even if we get into some of the like off-court critiques, listen, one thing about me, bro, and I don't even know if y'all know this, I hate dumbass statements. I hate that. Like, that is a real pet peeve of mine when I hear something that is like so inconceivably stupid that it actually makes me angry. And seeing these things, criticizing his game, okay, cool, bro. But there are plenty of other things you criticize about his games. But if you're gonna say something, at least make it make sense. 7th best player on the team, there is literal proof of him being the second. Some could argue best,
or arguably the first,
the best player
on a
championship team. Like, that's the first thing. The second thing is, analytically, like, you talk about these on-off numbers, my nigga, get in the field, bro. Look at the film.
Basketball.
Like, watch hoops, bro. Like, and y'all.
Jaylen Brown said this. He said that analytics is ruining the game of basketball, and stupid statements like that prove his point. He might be the smartest man in every single room he steps in if this is how you niggas are thinking.
Niggas have never hooped, bro. You allow niggas who are math nerds and dweebs who never played a sport in high school come into y'all front offices and they start running shit.
Yeah, because niggas.
According to the data, Jaylen Brown, based off the shooting percentage, is the 7th. Bro, watch hoops, man. He averaged 30.
Because niggas are sitting up here talking about, well, we believe Derek White had a better season than Jaylen Brown because his on-off numbers were better.
Derek White on his best day.
This nigga Derek White averaged 16, 5, and 4.
Bro,
had a down year.
Derek White had arguably his worst, not even arguably, had the worst season of his career.
Yes,
because he had to play as the second option.
Yes, he shot 39% from the field and 32% from 3. Nigga, that's 30 wins without Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum don't even come back because we got 30 wins. We're competing for a lottery pick. Jason Tatum just chill.
Bro, they saying, hey, JT, hey, go play with Deuce, bro.
God forbid Jaylen Brown go out there and average 16 or 39% from the field. Niggas will be on his ass.
No, literally.
If niggas are on his ass now for averaging 30, just imagine if he averaged 16. You would think the nigga was Trump.
And that's the thing. It's like, bro, like, okay, you come after JB. Okay, cool, bro. I can respect that you coming after him on the court, but make it make sense. If they would have said something about, okay, when he plays off ball, we feel like that can be a detriment to the team. Okay, yeah, his off ball skills, offensively and defensively, have been lackluster. Okay, we feel like his playmaking is kind of limited. Okay, cool. But these are fair points. These are actual basketball points that you can formulate by actually watching him play. But Derek White,
are we dead ass?
7th best player on the team. Not even a top 50 player. Bro, I don't even think I can name 30 players better than Jaylen Brown. I don't even think I can name
You can't name-
25.
you might-
I might
be
even
able to name
stop at
20.
20. Yeah, like, bro, like
After this year, I'm about to say after this last year, you can't name me 20 players that are better than Jaylen Brown. He was second team All NBA.
he was
a top 10
he was a
player in
top
the
10
league
player in the league this year, bro.
How is a nigga who's top 10 is you're not top 50 in the league based off of what? Some bars and some metrics on a graph?
Bro, Jaylen Brown over the last 2 years secured Finals MVP and second team All NBA. On no planet is he just a top 50 player. Anybody else that has that resume is being looked at as a top 20 player bare minimum. That's stupid.
And that's what I'm saying,
thinking.
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like about this whole thing is like, man, the critiques and this whole smear campaign that they are trying to go on with Jaylen Brown is very nasty, very unethical, very distasteful, and over everything is disrespectful. Because like if you're going to critique somebody, cool, bro, but you coming from them personally, you hiding behind an anonymous source tag, you hiding behind bullshit, and you just saying the most outlandish thing because you believe you can get away with it, bro. Hey, that shit is not cool, man.
And like, bro, and for him to not even like be a problem and like legally, like for him to not like what Miles Bridges did, like was bad for not only him, for the team and for the league.
Exactly.
What Malik Beasley is doing right now, Jaylen Brown is getting more coverage because the nigga went
Then
to
Malik
Cal,
Beasley.
and Malik Beasley was throwing games.
Jimmy Butler is also potentially caught up in that because his friend got caught up in that. We ain't heard nothing about it.
Well,
And
it was
so
his
it's just
friend,
like-
so I ain't got nothing
Yeah,
to do with
you
Jimmy.
know, hey, the walls is closing in, bro. I would not be surprised at all if it came out that Jimmy Butler was still
I ain't gonna put that
It's
on
just-
Jimmy.
like, bro, like Tyson said, bro. If you're gonna talk about him, talk about how he hoop.
Really.
Talk about
Hey.
what you see, not on numbers, because niggas who bring up analytics. If a random nigga on Twitter brings me up analytics, I want them to go look at a graph. I want them to go on Microsoft Excel and explain to me what they see. I bet you don't even know what the fuck they
can't.
talking about.
They can't.
So
They-
a random nigga on Twitter bringing up analytics means shit to me because you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, bro.
Some of you
Because
niggas don't even know.
niggas
Some of you niggas don't even know that what box plus minus means. You're over here trying to talk about analytics.
No,
Please
really.
stop. Just watch ball. Like
nigga.
Talking about
Talking about a
when
Raptor.
he's on and off the court numbers. Nigga, you don't even, bro. Shut up, bro.
Talking about a Raptor.
You don't even-
Fuck is a
You
Raptor,
don't even
nigga?
watch when he's on the court. Talking about off,
Bro.
bro. Shut up, bro.
And my last point, bro. Jaylen Brown, you probably will never ever see this, especially because this is, we just started this podcast. You know what I'm saying? We still building.
We gonna tag him. We gonna tag him. We gonna tag him.
But JB, bro.
I know somebody close. Like I know one of his cousins, bro.
Hey man, JB, bro. If you
You
are
got
hearing
SOS
this,
to
fam,
support, gang.
Not only that, man, every time you play Boston, bro, you better get in that locker room. You better tell them, hey, y'all,
50.
you better go full Kobe mode.
Hey,
Either get my
hey,
rebound or get that motherfucker out the
hey,
net. Get back
remember-
on defense,
hey, you
nigga.
remember when
Give
Luka-
these niggas 40.
You remember when Luka played against the Mavs and Nico Harrison was in the stands, and every
gave-
time he
yeah,
made
oh,
that
my-
shot, he looked
and
over
I
at him.
wasn't mad.
Bruh.
And I wasn't mad at
Nah,
all.
facts,
Yo,
bro.
Jaylen
Facts,
Brown,
bro.
drop 50 on these niggas every time you see them, bro. Really, I hope he really proves himself this year. Like, he
another
has turned
thing-
me into a fan this year. Swear,
Another
he has
thing,
turned
and
me
the
into a
last
fan.
thing, and we move because it's a lot more shit in this free agency so
Facts.
far. Philly is gonna love Jaylen Brown.
They are.
They will.
When he's
They
doing
are.
good, they're gonna ride with him. If he's doing bad, they're gonna tell him about it. But one thing they're gonna do is they're gonna always ride for their players.
Even
That's
the
something he didn't have
fit,
in
like
Boston.
the fit is.
That's something he didn't have in Boston.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
that
Joel
person
Embiid,
love-
Joel
person
Embiid
love
is gonna have a lot. Is gonna have a lot of weight off of his shoulders. And Joel Embiid, stay your ass on that block. I better not see you do no ISO moves. You got 3 niggas who can do ISO and can take niggas off the dribble. Stay your ass on that block, G. Your knees is too cooked
yeah,
to be
like
thinking
him,
you Kobe's.
Yeah, man.
Brown, Max, bro, I like that team a lot. You
I
got
like-
That
do
team
like that
is
team.
nice.
I do like that
team
team.
a lot.
Like that
Shout
team.
out
But-
Philly, bro.
But like I said, bro, there's so much more to talk about in
It
this free agency,
is,
bro.
it is.
And free agency just started, mind you.
Free
The agency
agency
started,
just
mind you.
started, gang.
But bro, I think I've seen the craziest thing outside of the whole JB stuff, bro. I think I've seen the craziest thing in sports in my life today when LeBron's agent
Oh, that Matt
is
Carter shit.
on a YouTube video
Not
with
Matt,
a
but Rich Paul.
whiteboard. with what I say?
Nah, you
Oh.
good, you good, you good.
Okay. And Rich Paul has a whiteboard talking about the teams LeBron's interested in.
Yo, this nigga Rich Paul is treating LeBron's decision like a damn album rollout, and I love it.
I
I'm
seen that
crying.
shit.
This shit is
I
hilarious.
seen that shit on Twitter, and I said, "Yo, this shit is actually
I
funny,
thought it was
bro."
fake.
I
They
did
are
too.
so-
I thought it was fake,
I thought it was
bro.
fake.
I thought it was
I'm
They know,
fake.
they know exactly what they're doing, and it's hilarious, bro. They have
Mind you.
mastered taking over social
Mind
media.
you, they probably already know where they're going to.
On God, I
LeBron knows
know.
where he's going.
Okay.
LeBron's in Cleveland
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I'm throwing my bet in the ring
Okay.
right now. He's going back to Cleveland.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna bet that right
okay,
now.
okay. So while we are here, where do we think LeBron is going? Where do
Cleveland.
y'all think LeBron? Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Where you think, Jay? I mean, not Jay, but Matt.
He in
I'm-
Cleveland right now.
I'm like you. I'm
he's-
like you, Matt. I'm like you, Matt. I don't know.
I don't know. Because
I don't know.
genuinely, I think for selfish reasons, right? I think I want to see him in Denver. I think
That
Jamal
would be
Murray
okay.
being able to play off the ball,
Hey,
and Jokic, I think that
woo.
should be nasty,
That'd
right?
be gnarly.
Second for me would be Minnesota. And that bitch should be
That would
raw too.
also be
So
gnarly.
I'm not gonna lie to you, like really logically. So the conclusion I've come to over the past couple of days, because in all my videos, even when I uploaded today on my YouTube, I was like, I don't know where the fuck. I really don't know where he goes, because LeBron as a third option fits literally in so many places, because this is not the same LeBron. We saw last year that he has the ability to adapt and play off of people, and you can also step in, as we saw in the Houston Rockets series when the main guy is injured, and he can fit in seamlessly. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. The more I think about it, the more the thought of him, Melo, LaMelo, and Anthony Edwards, who is my favorite player in the league. Like two of my favorite, maybe that's why. Two of my favorite players in the league just teaming up together. And it just makes so much logical sense. Like he wants to be on the computer. He wants to compete, you know what I'm saying, somewhere. The only thing he won't be able to do in Minnesota is like golf. But like from a fit standpoint, from a coaching aspect, from a competition standpoint, from a core standpoint, the Minnesota Timberwolves, in my eyes, just make the most sense. But Denver also is right there, because I think Denver at this point, I would probably say Denver is better than Minnesota in terms of their roster construction and as a team. So I think Denver is like, it's like 1A, 1B for me for LeBron.
Bro,
Selfishly, I want him in Minnesota, but him and Jokic
Bron in the pick and
and Jamal Murray with Peyton Watson, and if they are able to keep fucking Gordon, and shoot, that way you don't even have to worry about Brown as much. Like, and you have Bruce Brown. Like, hey, like they look nice. They look really nice.
And I think like because of what you said, Tyson, I think that's why it's so hard, because Rich Paul said like it's not about money. It's
Yeah.
about happiness.
Yeah.
Right. And so since it's not about money, you, like you said, you can talk yourself into all these different spots like Cleveland, Golden State, Minnesota, where like he just fits like a glove in
Yeah.
every spot. And so because he fits like a glove with all these teams that they're talking about, it just kind of like, damn, like where does he go?
No,
Because you can really imagine him in all these different situations, right? The only one I think they had on there was like Dallas. I can't see him in Dallas.
Me
I don't
neither.
think they have you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, like Golden State, him and Steph would be crazy, right? Like you said, you just broke down Minnesota, the Nuggets, Philly, right?
Bro, yeah,
Philly needs a 4.
Philly needs a
You
4.
feel me? So it's just like all these different things.
Put
like,
Dean Wade ass on
and
the bench.
bro, I'm just like, for this to be like his last few years, and I don't know if this is last year or not, but for it to be his like either his last year, I don't think he go past 2 more years. Like
I think he
gonna
needs to
be
call
fun
it
see
after
him.
this year. Truth be told,
Bro, I hope he don't. I hope he don't announce it, because if he announces this is a retirement tour,
I want him to announce it.
bro, the tickets to every game is going.
They're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be
stupid,
insane. And I ain't gonna
man.
cap. Like
Hey.
we probably wouldn't be able to make a game unless we bought them as soon as he said some shit.
No, Tyson.
What?
Listen to me, bro. As soon as he announces, go ahead and get the Hawks ticket.
Oh, for sure, for surely,
It's just
for
like-
surely.
Like As soon as he announced, just go ahead and pay for that bit.
For
Bro,
surely.
that nigga gonna be pushing
For
a
surely,
K
they're gonna
in
be
the
niggas gonna be
nosebleeds.
paying a rent, gang. Now I'm not paying my rent. I ain't gonna cap. I don't
I'm
cap.
not
Like
paying my rent.
I
I'm
don't
not
listen.
paying my rent.
If them ticket prices do reach that much, I'm like, listen, Brian, it's gonna hurt my heart. I was never able to see you play in
Yeah.
person, but I'm just have to eat that. I'm just not in that
Listen,
position.
I
But
love you, I love you, Brian, but it's economy, man.
But I do want.
I spend 400 for a
I'll
ticket.
spend 400 for
Oh,
sure. I'll spend
I
400.
spend 500. I'll cap it out 500.
I spend about
I'll cap
500.
it at 5.
I spend 500
I'll
for
I'll
sure.
cap it at 5.
I'll
cap
take,
it at
bro.
500.
I spend
I was
500.
going to the cheapest ticket, $850. Brian, like y'all said,
Hey,
boy,
Brian.
this is- I
Hey, I'll be like, hey, Brian.
I watch it on TV, bro. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You feel
you
me?
got it, bro. Oh God, I watch it on TV.
But
I'm just watching this 80 inch. I'm
but
gonna be in the nosebleeds for $850 anyway.
but I
Yeah,
will say
I
though,
miss Kobe. Rest in peace. I can miss you, bro.
I will
I
say
can miss
though,
you, bro.
even though LeBron has said multiple times, even though I think it's absolute bullshit, and just be honest with you that he's not going
This
to
nigga's
announce
getting
his retirement tour. I think he's
He's
going
getting
to
retired.
announce it. And I think he should, because I think he should definitely get his flowers from
He deserves it.
everywhere. He deserves it, bro. And it would, and I just know, like, if he is on the team that's able to go far in the playoffs, that's going to be beautiful to see. He's not gonna, and I mean, not to like, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying, long live, but not to that put Kobe in negative light. But unfortunately, the Lakers weren't able to properly build around Kobe in his last few years. Kobe wasn't able to compete for a playoff spot in his last few years. So we knew, and there's a pro, and there are pros and cons to knowing that game against the Jazz was going to be his last game, because he went absolutely crazy, put up 50, or was it 50? It was 50, right?
60.
60, okay, 60. He put up 60, and he went absolutely crazy. It was a close game. He locked in the close game and everything. Like, it was very cinematic and nice to see. And I think LeBron deserves that. And then if he's able to then take that and, okay, now we're on the team and we're going to the playoffs, I think he deserves it, bro. I just think he deserves it. That's something he should definitely maximize and count on.
But here's the thing, though. Here's why I say I think he got 2 more years.
It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't say
We've
shit.
been saying 2 more years for like 5 years.
If he's genuinely trying to be happy but also compete, I just don't see him. I just don't see it working with him competing and having a farewell tour in the same year.
I mean,
Not
facts.
the first year.
Fact.
Like,
I
if
mean,
you really trying to compete, bro, y'all gotta lock in and get you this goal. And
No,
then
facts.
afterwards, that next year we just want to ring. Then my last year I'm rocking out.
no, fact. And
You feel me?
that's
So-
the thing. It's like the whole thing about LeBron is like, I don't know. Like I feel like, for me at least, from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing, and from my own like thought process, everything, I am not able to come to a proper and fair conclusion on
Yes.
his next steps, from where he's going to go to how long he has left in the league to how he's going to move forward. I am not able
Because-
to.
And I'll say this. 'Cause
Say.
you brought up Kobe. I think one thing, because like Kobe knew the team wasn't a championship team when he announced his tour, I think he was able to enjoy it.
Yes.
Right? Because he knew.
Yeah, he had the green- he had the
knew
green
they weren't
light.
winning.
Yeah.
He had the green light,
He knew,
yeah.
like, bro, we're not winning.
What that
shit,
nigga
no way.
say? Bitch, I'm Kobe!
Well, it's like he did, cause bro, like we all know the Mamba mentality, we all know Kobe. If they were trying to compete for a championship, I don't think Kobe gives a fuck about a farewell tour.
Yeah, no, not
I'm
at all.
glad he don't.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? So because they were like, because he knew they weren't winning shit,
Because Tim Duncan retired the same year quietly because the Spurs were still good. The Spurs won like 67 games that year and were contenders for a chip.
So,
Wow, you're right.
That was because that was the year that the Warriors went 73-9.
You're right,
The Spurs were still contending for a
right.
chip, but they got knocked out in the second round to the Thunder.
You are
Dirk
right.
won a farewell tour that year too.
Yeah, but the Mavericks weren't winning nothing.
No, Dirk. Yeah, he tried
Well,
2018.
D Wade had his farewell tour, but at the same time, we kind of knew that like Dirk was out the door because this was Luka Doncic's first year, and Luka Doncic went off, and so like Mavs, like the writing was on the wall for Dirk, but D Wade had an official farewell tour.
So Jay, you got the Cavs. Tyson got Minnesota. If you just had to pick,
Selfishly, yes. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, cause like I said, Anthony Edwards is my favorite player in the league, bro. I'll fuck around and get like both of they fucking jerseys. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna still be a DC. I'm gonna be a Wizards fan because like nigga AJ Diamante is the best player in the league, but like.
Bro,
it's gonna be Wizards
on a court.
and it's gonna be. He's the best player in the league. I don't give a fuck. But yeah,
And then-
sorry, I didn't mean to get out of character, guys. I'm sorry, man. You know that shit didn't get me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, your mic cut out
Hey.
so crazy.
But yeah, bro. But yeah,
yeah,
man.
so that's and I got him going to Denver selfishly.
Yeah.
So
Bro, I have
Every
no
time
logic.
anybody-
I have no logic behind mine, bro. I just feel like it's storybook for him to end it in Cleveland. Adam Silver, do me the
That's
solid,
not
bro. Do me the solid,
Hey,
bro.
Brian-
Let him get his 5th ring in Cleveland.
Brian gonna
Come
fuck
on,
around.
bro.
Brian gonna fuck around. Got y'all done.
Cleveland!
Bro, Brian gonna fuck around. Brian gonna be like, I'm going to Shanghai. Fuck y'all niggas.
Going to
Hey, that's
Guangdong Tigers.
Remember when he did that decision last summer with the Hennessy campaign?
Yes,
That shit
bro.
blew me.
Yes.
Fooled everybody, bro. I hate that blew me, bro. I was
Yes,
not fucking with bro
Yes,
for like a week,
Look,
bro. I was not fucking with bro. I was like,
So
bro, there's no way you
more
did that.
trades. We have some more trades. I want to talk about the lesser of the two because like we could just get this shit out of the way. John Morant got traded to Portland for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray.
Okay.
The shit.
I like it.
Yeah, like
It's
I like it.
for who? For Portland?
Yes, I like
for
it
both.
Portland.
I like it for both.
I like it for
I
Portland. I like it for Portland because one, it's gonna be a new. I like it less so for Portland, but I like it more so for John Morant. One, he's getting out of Memphis. I think he needed to get out of Memphis. He just
I
needed
agree
to
with
get out of
that.
that city. I get it. I know what y'all about to say. Like it's a stacked stacked point guard. Room. They have Drew Holiday. They have Damian Lillard. They have Scoot Henderson. They have John Morant.
Shaedon
But I
Sharp.
think they have Shaedon Sharp. First and foremost, I think one of them is getting traded at some point. Like
I
one
think
of the
trade
people
Drew
that
Holiday.
You have to
I
trade
think Drew
Drew.
Holiday's I think Drew Holiday is getting traded, but I think that even if Drew Holiday stays there until the trade deadline, I think that both him and Dame can serve to be great mentors that they are already. Because as much as I love Damian Lillard, he's one of my favorite players to watch ever. I don't anticipate him coming back from this Achilles injury to be the same player. He already was on the decline with the Milwaukee Bucks and then got hurt.
I don't know, Jay. The nigga won a 3-point contest and ain't.
Hey,
That don't
man,
mean
get that
Joe
bullshit up out of here, my
Joe
nigga.
Harris won a 3-point
Yeah, get
contest.
that
I'm
bullshit
not
out of
even
here,
that-
bro.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
haven't heard that name in so
Joe Harris?
long. Wow.
Yeah, Joe Harris.
I haven't heard that
Harris.
name in so long.
Joe
Wow.
Harris won a
So-
3-point
so-
contest, bro. I'm
So
not really hearing that,
I
bro.
said something crazy. Y'all going to uproar. He just compared Damian Lillard and Joe Harris.
Nigga,
Niggas
that's
just
not
feel-
not the same thing, nigga. You said that Michael Jackson was as talented as Chris Brown. This nigga just said that Joe Harris won a 3-point contest. That's not the same thing.
But my point is that I just don't think that Damian Lillard. I don't think that Damian Lillard is going to come back from this Achilles injury at his accelerated age, even being like 70% of what he was. If he is great, I honestly think that they're probably going to start him out of respect that he's the greatest player to come out their franchise. But in all honesty, he most likely should be coming off the bench.
I'm not that
we'll
far.
see what he looks like. We'll see what he looks like. But I just, again, like the way that he was on the decline with Milwaukee, and the fact that he tore his Achilles at 33 years old, and he's coming into and he's already missed a full year of basketball.
So my thing is with that though, Jay, and I want to say like you say he's coming off of an injury and all them things. Like Ja hasn't done anything in about 2 to 3 years either, and he's had a lot of injuries. So why would Ja Morant come in a starting role and not Dame?
Also,
I
Iron Cap negates all this shit because the Blazers, reports have already came out that the Blazers are planning to start both of them in the backcourt together.
Yeah, I was about to say Scoot is, if anybody's coming off the bench, it's Scoot.
Yeah.
And
Scoot
that's
becoming
another
the best.
thing, and that's why another reason why I don't like it because okay, cool, you trade Drew Holiday, right?
Yep.
And but then it's like, what do you do with Scoot? Because he's up for a contract extension. Do you not give him the extension?
Well,
then it's
with
like,
that cheap
you know,
ass owner that
then-
they got, I mean,
But then do you trade him?
they gonna offer that nigga $5.
What do you trade him for? Like, what's his trade value?
I think that they still because Scoot, he didn't have a great rookie season. I mean, he showed flashes, but he
he was
didn't really have a
pretty
great
bad.
rookie season. But this past year, I think that Scoot, showed enough flashes to where I don't mind seeing him come off the bench as a sixth man and seeing if he can prove himself as a scoring option as the sixth man. Again, I really like that Dame is there to kind of be his mentor because he was drafted to be Dame's replacement, if you guys remember. So the fact that he will have Dame there to learn from, and potentially Drew Holiday, but that's the only part that I'm kind of iffy on is Scoot coming off the bench. But if Scoot is willing to kind of take that back seat, learn, because again, I just don't think that Dame has too much time left in the league. It pains me to say it because I love Damian Lillard. But I just don't think he has too much time in the league. I think he's back in Portland just because
It's
it's
home.
Portland. They was gonna accept him regardless.
It's
You know,
home.
if Damian Lillard was gonna
Should
test
never
himself in
left.
the market, if Damian Lillard was gonna test himself in the market, how many teams are gonna cape for Damian Lillard at this point in his career?
I'll
That's fair.
So,
Sorry.
and again, I hate saying that about Damian Lillard. I love Damian Lillard. He's the future Hall of Famer. He's the greatest Portland Trailblazer ever, in my opinion. But at the same time, in my opinion,
Brandon Roy was a motherfucker. Stop that.
I don't. I
nigga,
no.
Clyde
I love
Drexler.
Brandon Roy.
Hello.
Okay, bro.
Clyde, go sit your old ass down somewhere.
It's either Clyde or Damian Lillard. I love
No,
Brandon
for
Roy,
sure.
but he
Go sit your old ass down somewhere.
it's either Clyde or Dame. But I personally like it for Ja just because I think that it'll give him a chance to grow and actually develop a freaking jumper because he's gonna be learning behind Damian Lillard. But yeah, but we'll see. But I don't mind the trade at all. I actually really like it for the Portland Trailblazers.
So here's the thing. If I talk about it from Portland's standpoint, well, actually, I'm gonna talk about it from Portland's standpoint. I think Portland has been trying. Portland is a playoff team. They're in the playoffs like this past season. They didn't really have any like significant roster changes. I mean, the jaw thing is significant, but outside of that, like you still have Donovan Clean again. You're getting Dame back this season. You have Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
like
Denny.
you have Denny. Like you still have your nucleus, and you have like John Morant. And you didn't really have to give up much for him. I don't believe that Chris Murray was really playing a lot for them. They have been trying to get rid of Jeremy Grant. For what feels like ever since they got him. So it's like, yeah, so it's like cool. So I like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't really give up a lot. You're still going to be a playoff team. And then you buy low on a guy who like, I don't know how old John Moran is, but I know for a fact he's in his like mid to late 20s.
Probably like 27.
He's like
yeah, because he was in Zion's draft class, right?
Yeah, he was in 2019 draft
so
class,
he was like 19, 20 when that happened.
Well,
so he's probably
he's 26 now. He's 26.
He's 26,
right now.
yeah, 26. About 26 makes sense.
In August.
He's
so
he's
he's 27. Yeah, so he's just theoretically entering his prime. So you buy low on that, and then I really like it because you have a Drew Holiday and a Damian Lillard to learn from. Like I honestly think Ja's best way of going about this should just be like, hey, I'm here to learn from y'all. Like, y'all are the OGs. Damian Lillard speaks a lot about his experiences and his upbringings and how he's learned from everything. Like, Damian Lillard has talked about he almost died. Like, he was almost at gunpoint. Like,
Oakland.
How he's had to, like, manage money. How he's had to deal with friends. How he's had to deal with a lot of these same struggles that John Morant has dealt with even before, and how he has matured and gone past it. And if I was a John Morant, I'm coming in here, even though I don't like Portland the best as an organization, just due to the way like their owner is handling everything. You have good OGs, you have good people in the ear, you have people who have had success on and off the court.
You have a great fan base.
You have a great fan base, even though it is depleting a lot. You still have guys in your corner. Like I like this for Ja if Ja goes about it the right way, because I truly do see a world where, okay, it's like All-Star break and John Morant, we're looking at John Morant as a potential All-Star. Like, I really do see a world like that happening if he goes about it the right way, because you just have too many things at your disposal. But that guard room is very crowded. You have a lot of competition with, I think they overly need to get off one of those guards. I think it has to be like a Drew Holiday. But because of his trade value and like he just has the most value out of all those guards, and he doesn't really fit that timeline that they have in Portland. And they have been quietly shopping him basically ever since they've got him, kind of like with Jeremy Grant. So it's kind of the same thing. So yeah, so it's like the guard room is crowded, but shit, competition, bro. Pressure make diamonds, or pressure gonna bust pipes. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't like the trade because of the fit. I mean, like you said, you buy low.
Yeah, the fit's just fucking
on a-
disgusting.
Yeah, you buy low. You buy low on a former All-Star guard who was a franchise player at one point, his other team, and then hopefully you can get that. Or if not, it's really didn't lose anything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
I
Scoot
think on the
emerges.
Yeah, I think on the Grizzly
Facts.
side, the Grizzly side, I think they won the trade because I think when they decided to trade Desmond Bain, they got 4 or 5 first round picks.
Four.
Four or 5, yeah.
Yeah, 4.
Right. And so I think when they decided to trade Desmond Bain, they knew they were going to blow it up, right? And they
Yeah.
knew that Ja Morant was probably going to be the least valuable out of those 3 players because of his injuries and what was going on off the court at the time.
Yeah.
So when they traded Desmond Bain and they traded Jaren Jackson, they got all their draft capital from them 2 trades. So whatever they traded Ja Morant for was kind of like it is what it is. You're just trying to get off this contract.
Exactly.
So you get a veteran forward in Jeremy Grant who can probably come off the bench, which is cool, right? He could teach Cam Boozer some things. And then you get I think Jeremy Grant, he really developed his game. I'm a Thunder fan.
No, Jeremy Grant. No, don't get me wrong. Jeremy Grant is nice, but like
from Syracuse to being just a high energy defender to learn to developing a jump shot. Consistent jump shot.
He has developed, but like
he's not sorry. He's not.
It's just like
Cam Boozer's not a shooter. He can learn some things from
Cam Boozer's not a what?
Cam Boozer's not a shooter.
Bro, Cam Boozer got a strap on him. We not about to act like this nigga can't shoot the ball.
All right, Tyson.
We not about to act like this nigga can't shoot the ball.
No comment from me on that one.
All I'm saying is, like not Portland, but the Grizzlies. I think they were just happy to get off his contract. They got what they was going to get, draft value and just picks and players back from the Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson thing. And so now you do have a Cam Boozer, you have a Cedric Coward, you have a Jalen Wells.
Cedric Coward.
You have a Zach
Jalen Wells.
These players that you can now build your future with, and you just got out of that era. It was a fun era for Memphis when it was good with Dylan Brooks.
It's a parade inside my city.
Parade inside my city, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm glad it's over with. I'm interested to see what they do. Boozer is probably going to go rock out.
Definitely.
And yeah.
I mean, that's why I like it for the Grizzlies, right? I'm all about, and we talked about this last week. Somebody made a trade. I forgot. Somebody had made a trade. We talked about it last week with sometimes the trade pieces isn't why you win or lose a trade. It was with the Bucks and Giannis. It was like you could have gotten more for Giannis, but like one thing that we know for sure this trade does, it clears your mind. You're not stuck in a weird place of trying to figure out where your team goes. Your team has a clear direction. Memphis, we knew they had a clear direction beforehand, but now you get to fully clean out everything from the previous era, fully move past it and move forward. And now you are, and I just think there's something so valuable at being able to do that, because Ja was clashing with the front office, with the head coaches, with the fan base, with his teammate. Like, it was just too much stuff that was going on. And I mean, I forgot to mention, Ja did have a little surge at the start of last season, even though it didn't last long. So that's one thing. But getting back to the Grizzlies, it's like now you know what you have. You have Jalen Wells, you have Cedric Coward, who I am personally a big fan of. You have what's the name is actually there from Cleveland.
Shout out Jalen Wells. I met him at Jersey Mike's the other day.
Crazy.
Good dude, man.
What's the name? Bro, they got who was on the Cleveland Cavaliers last year, bro. I forgot his name. He's a guard, bro.
Ty Jerome.
Yes, Ty Jerome. They got Ty Jerome. You have Cam Boozer, obviously. You have Zach Edey. So like they have a really good core and nucleus of players. I think they have a guy who could potentially lead them to a championship in Cam Boozer if he develops the proper way. Like, they have their guys. You know what I'm saying? I think there is something that is very, very valuable in having that and being able to move forward with that. So I mean, I think Memphis probably got like the better like if I had to pick a winner of this trade, I would probably pick Memphis, but I don't think this is like heavily favored one way or another.
Yeah.
That was a hard Cam Boozer take. But last thing I'll say is I'm still a believer.
I stand on it.
I'm still a believer in John Morant. Yeah, he has like maturity issues that he needs to clean up because of his off the court issues. But I'm a sucker for damn an athletic point guard that can slash to the basket and really dunk on somebody. I really love like a real athletic point guard, like a real
Nigga,
dog
Matt
at point
Jealous.
guard.
Matt Jealous. That was his line.
Nigga, you don't like Westbrook. What are you talking about?
I love No, time out. I'd be defending Westbrook. I'm just not gonna let you say that he's like a better player than like Chris Paul. Next, we should make that the next stay on that side. Yeah.
I mean, it's no reason to really making it that like Chris Paul is superior.
Rage bait.
but I like Russ. No, I like a point guard like Russ. I love John Wall. I love D Rose when he was playing. John Morant. Like I love an athletic. I know Anthony Edwards isn't a point guard.
Niggas do not say this in a group chat.
We've never brought up.
I be by myself. I be by myself. I be by myself defending Russell in the chat.
No, listen. He be by himself when he be thinking that Russell Westbrook is better than Chris Paul.
Like that's
I like Russell Westbrook. He's by himself on that opinion.
Bruh,
but I like Russell Westbrook. I like being athletic point guard. But anyway, as I was saying, bro, I really like me an athletic point guard. I still think there is potential there. At one point, we was talking about John Morant being the face of the NBA. And
that's not happening no more. Nigga like to play with guns.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but I still think that there is still potential to be untapped there. Like
he has like the most popular shoe in the NBA.
Yeah, his shoe is
because his shoe is hard as fuck. I want me a pair. I want me a pair, bro.
And they can't even promote a nigga for real because like all the
it's like his shoe and Shay's shoe, like they are right there by each other. Bro.
It was like how Kyrie's was when we was young.
Yes,
for sure.
I had me a pair of Kyrie's too.
I got me a pair of Kyrie's up there. You feel me? Like
the next and last big trade, it was like other smaller trades, but the big trade was Kawhi. T-Lou sent
a room from Dago, and now we throw a parade. Hey, shout out Drizzy, shout out the Six, shout out Sis God, shout out Iceman, shout out Drizzy, Drake. Hello.
Okay. Drake got his crody back, man.
Hello. Shout out all my crodies. Shout out all my crodies.
With minus 50% the knees.
Shout out all my crodies.
In Toronto for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. Now, I called it in the chat when this first happened. Before he got.
Oh God, he did. When I edit this, I will put in the screenshot of him doing this. He called this for sure.
Make me the GM.
No,
that's all I'm gonna say.
No, we're not going that far. Not that far. Not there.
Kawhi back in the 6, man. What are y'all thoughts, man?
To be quite honest, I mean, it's good because I feel like we can all agree that Kawhi should have never really left Toronto. However, it don't really move me, if I'm being quite honest.
Really?
Like Toronto, because don't get me wrong, Toronto, like as long as Kawhi stays healthy, of course, Toronto is going to be a good team. They're still going to be a good team. Do not get it twisted. They will be a good team. But like we said with the Giannis trade, they're not going to be better than the Big Four in the East, and the Big Five now that the Sixers are.
You don't think?
Who are your 5? Who are your 5?
You don't think?
You got New York, Philly.
You got New York. We got Philly. I think Boston is still going to be good despite us dogging on them.
I'm taking the Raptors over Boston. I'm taking the Raptors over Boston for sure.
Really?
For sure.
I think that Boston still has enough depth pieces, and Jason Tatum is now going to be coming back healthy. That they're still going to be good, even though
they don't have a Kawhi and a Scotty Barnes. No.
If Kawhi plays 60 games, I think they're higher than the Celtics.
That's a big ass.
And that is, but like, hey, I saw the way Scotty Barnes was hooping not only in the regular season but in the play. Was Scotty Barnes on All NBA? I think he got robbed. I think he got robbed off of All NBA, but I saw the way he made
All NBA.
Yeah, he got robbed off of All NBA, and I saw the way that he performed in the playoffs versus the Cleveland Cavaliers when all his teammates decided that they were going to collectively not really play that well for him. So I think the combination of Scotty Barnes and Kawhi Leonard, and really just defensively, defensively, the Raptors are going to be a fucking problem. You have Jamal Sheed, you have Scotty Barnes, you have Kawhi Leonard. Like You have RJ Barrett. Like they have the
Imagine a
only
small ball
hole
lineup.
is Jakob Poeltl as their center. That's the only hole that they have.
Imagine a small ball lineup where CMB is the 5,
CMB,
Scotty is
bro.
the 4. CMB is the 5, Scotty is the 4, Kawhi is the 2. You got Jamal Shea at the 1, and then you got RJ at the 2. Like that
Yeah,
is
like
outside of like that is a crazy
and,
defensive lineup right there.
and I think maybe it's because I'm also higher on Scotty Barnes, and I think a lot of people are because of what I saw him do last year. But like, I
like Scotty, but
I really am buying in on the Raptors moving into, and I think the East is wide open. But I think I'm really buying in on Scotty Barnes and really taking control of the Raptors and taking them to a different level.
I made a video about it, a quick reaction, and I said Scotty Barnes is that guy. He's just not that guy offensively, right? And one thing
I don't know.
Perimeter wise, Tyson. Perimeter wise,
okay. Validly so.
Ball handler, perimeter wise, going to get a shot off the dribble. That's what I'm talking about offensively.
Yeah, he's
okay.
not. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's why I'm not as high on him.
I saw the way he had to adjust his game versus Cleveland, game after game, bro, where he took on more of a playmaking, ball handling type of role, and his defense still stayed like around the same. Like,
I'm not saying he can't do it offensively, but it's not his game, right?
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is Kawhi is normally always been the best offensive player and defensive player on his team, right? So if you're telling Kawhi now that you don't have to guard the best player, you don't got to guard the best 4, you don't got to guard the best guard because you got Jamal Shea, nigga, you could probably guard the third best.
You could guard the third, fourth best player on the team between CMB and Scotty Barnes,
and just go get buckets. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will say that their defense is gonna be what makes or breaks their season, and of course Kawhi staying healthy.
This is why I like, because it's just the defensive versatility. Like it'll probably be a point where they'll have a certain lineup out. They'll have a certain lineup in the court, and they'll be able to generally switch like 1 through 5.
For sure.
Okay.
They'll be able to switch 1
I agree
through
with
5.
that. I agree with that.
And because there's so much defensive versatility, and you have CMB, who's a smaller, but he can guard bigs. You have Scotty, who can guard 1 through 5. Jamal Shea can guard your point guards and your shooting guards. Kawhi can genuinely just fit into the defense and chill and just exert his energy on offense and go get buckets. And that's what they needed.
All right, let's
They traded Brandon Ingram because
he wasn't.
He just didn't show up in the playoffs.
He just didn't show up in the playoffs.
Yo, I got. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead. Finish what you gonna say.
Kawhi gonna get buckets. Whether he going that mid range is always gonna be there.
For sure.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say I got a man who's a Clippers fan. He is like currently like about to denounce his Clipper fandom because
that's
like,
OD. That's OD.
Because I flamed him up for this because he's like so tired of the Clippers and how they like don't win nothing. I was like, bro, my dad is a damn Browns fan. He's pushing 16, hasn't seen them win anything. I was like, bro, suck it up and deal with it. Like, deal with the card.
I actually like this for the Clippers.
Wait. Before we get to the Clippers, let's play a game. I'm going to name these teams in the East, and we're going to see are you taking the Raptors over them. Pistons.
Okay. Yes.
Taking the Raptors over them?
Yes.
Depends on what they do with Jalen Duren, but yes.
Okay.
I give them a bit of doubt.
Yeah. Depends on, Jalen Duren pending, but right now, yes.
The Celtics.
No.
I'm taking the Raptors over them for sure.
I'm taking the Raptors.
Taking the Raptors. For sure.
I got
for sure.
Because look, don't get me wrong.
In a 7-game series, give me the Raptors.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The 7-game series. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Raptors.
The Knicks, we're probably all taking the Knicks, right?
Knicks. They're defending champs.
But okay, wait. They don't have Mitchell Robinson. But I'm still taking the Knicks.
Listen, the Richard Jefferson said this on his podcast one time. It was when the Spurs and the Thunder were playing. He said, I will always take the defending champs until they're not the defending champs anymore.
Facts.
I don't all the way agree with that. But in this instance, yeah, I take the Knicks. The Cavs, I'm taking the Raptors. I'm taking the Raptors.
Yes, because it went to a game 7. It gave it to a game without Kawhi. And Brandon can play like shit.
I'm taking the Raptors.
I hate James Harden so much because in the regular season I can see the Cavs like washing them, but in a 7-game series I can just see James Harden
Give me the Raptors.
really shake his
Give me
ass
the
and
Raptors.
like lose. Give me
James
the
Harden and
Raptors.
Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs versus Scotty
Raptors.
Barnes
Yeah,
and Jamal
safety.
Shedd and another year of
Safety.
CMB. Yeah, give me the Raptors.
Safety. Hey, if LeBron goes to Cleveland, though, I'm changing my answer.
The 76ers?
Sure. Yeah, give
I'm
me
taking the
70.
Sixers.
I'm taking
gonna
Sixers.
Yeah, give me the Sixers.
Hawks.
So where's their 4? Nah,
Magic.
not the Hawks. Nope.
No.
I have to see what they look like with Sean Sweeney. I haven't pulled out my Magic stock.
Bro,
I haven't
why
pulled
do
out my
you
Magic
have
stack.
so much faith in the Magic?
Because I believe a lot of their struggles last year were due to coaching and poor culture. And I think you get a new head coach and
no injuries. Franz Wagner.
oh yeah,
is a
injuries. Yes.
Paulo, injury upon Jalen Suggs makes $30 million. You're not
I
on the court.
Hot
Listen.
take. I anticipate that Paulo will get traded within the next 3 years.
Over Franz?
I think they both
they-
get traded.
I can see
think
one
they
of them
blow it
get
up.
traded, but
if this shit
Listen.
don't elevate, like I think
Listen.
they both get traded.
I still have stock in the the Magic. I want to see what they look like under a new head coach with a new culture. I'm a big fan of Paolo as well. I am still going to keep my stock in the Magic just to see what they look like this season. Now as of right now, I think it's close though, but I guess I would have to take
Raptors. I'm taking the Raptors.
It's hard. I can't really choose, bro. I can't really choose between them two.
I can choose. I'm taking the Raptors. I'm not gonna fake
Okay.
because I can't say that because even though we all took Detroit, I think if they played Detroit that game that's going like 6 or 7 games, and
I think it's going 7.
The series the Magic went 7
And
games.
I might take the
think that
Raptors
series-
over Detroit, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that series with the Magic that the Pistons had but 7 games because the Pistons were just inexperienced. We saw
Jalen Duren
the
shook ass.
Yeah, Jalen Duren like shat the bed. But we also saw in this playoffs that like experience matters. We saw in the
Experience does
finals,
matter.
experience matters. The Raptors are gonna have Kawhi, who is a 2-time champion, one with this organization. They're gonna have Scotty Barnes, who we saw play good in the playoffs. So they're gonna have people who has played in the playoffs and who has showed up in the playoffs. Outside of Paolo with in Game 7, nobody showed up for the Magic. Like nobody. Like
I'm gonna keep my stock in them, man. I'm gonna keep my stock in them.
So I don't know.
Last 3 teams. Heat. Taking the Heat. I'm taking the Heat. I think the Heat are just a better version.
They have no bench.
I'm still taking the Heat. I'm still talking about the Heat.
I forgot about the Heat.
I'm still taking the Heat.
No,
They have no bench. They have no.
I'm still taking the Heat.
guards.
I'll take the Heat. I think just the Bam Adebayo and Giannis.
Yeah, they're fucked. They're fucked. Hornets.
Nah.
I'm taking the Raptors.
I don't like what they
I'm
done.
taking
this
the
offseason.
Raptors. Yeah, the
And
Hornets
okay,
blow.
well, actually, 4 teams. The Pacers.
That's a good one.
A healthy Pacers.
I'm taking the
love a
Pacers.
healthy
I'm taking the Pacers. I'm
I
taking the
love a
Pacers.
healthy Pacers.
Yeah,
taking the Pacers.
I forgot about
And the Wizards. I'm taking the Wizards. All right, guys, we can move on.
Yo,
What's the next trade?
Yo, lame man.
What's the next one? What's the next one? I'm taking the Wizards.
So
So how many teams was that? Like 4 or 5 teams that were taking over the Raptors, like consensus.
Yeah. We took the Pistons, the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Heat were the consensus ones. It's about 4 teams over the Raptors, so they would just be 5th in the Eastern Conference. About what they were last year. About the way they're
So like I said, I'm not taking them over like the Big 4. Even though the Big 4 has changed, I'm not taking them over the 4 guys that we have over the East.
I would take them over the Pistons, though. I ain't gonna lie.
well, I will say so. On the Clippers side, I do like it for the Clippers. I think for them to let me first say this: people clown the Clippers on the Paul George trade.
I clown Clippers just because I don't like the Clippers.
But at the same,
Hindsight is 2020.
Yes, Paul George was coming off
for
a
sure.
top 3 MVP season. Kawhi was coming off a championship. Any front office would have did the same thing.
In a heartbeat.
For sure. Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure.
And so,
For sure.
and then for them to go and get a James Harden, and for all of that to turn into a lead guard, and then you go and trade Zubac in a 50-50 deal, and you win a 50-50 deal and get a top 5 pick. You have a young player who has the potential of being an all-star. You have a young lead guard, and Brandon
They
Ingram
still,
play like shit.
they still got
Brandon Ingram play like
Garland.
shit.
They still got Darius Garland.
Yeah, they got
Yeah, they
Garland.
got Garland.
You
Okay,
traded a
okay.
36-year-old point guard for a 26-year-old point guard, and then Brandon Ingram, for all the shit that he does in the playoffs, he raises your floor in the regular season.
Facts.
He will make you a better team in the regular season. So for them to not have PG, not have Kawhi, not have James Harden no more, and for them to look like a competent team still, I like the trade for the Clippers.
Same.
I'm not saying they're going to be world beaters. I'm not even saying they'll make the playoffs, but
They won't be
will not
unwatchable.
they will not be a bottom 5
They're probably
team
gonna be pretty
They will
fun.
be a team. Yes, they will be a young, fun team. They will compete, and that's all I can ask for a team who just gave away Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and PG.
I
Yeah,
want to say
like
this. I'm not. Give me. I'll let you go, Ty.
no,
Because
you
I'm
good.
not
You
sitting
good.
here I'm not sitting here doubting Ty Lue. Ty Lue is one of the best coaches in the NBA. I feel like he's proven that with his Cavs teams and with these Clippers teams. Let's not forget that he is the only coach to take the Clippers to the Western Conference Finals with no Kawhi that year, might I add.
Shout out Doc
But
Rivers.
yeah, his lame ass. But I'm very, very interested to see Ty Lue and him coaching this young squad because he's never coached a squad like this. The squads
Yeah.
that he's always coached, he's basically inherited. He inherited the Cavs from David Blatt and did a better job, I might add. But he inherited the Cavs from David Blatt. He inherited the Clippers from Doc Rivers. So this is like the first squad that is like truly his.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
truly top to bottom his. Like every other squad that he's like coached or every era of squads that he's coached, he more or less inherited. Yeah, like the roster got mixed up with the Cavs near the end. It got switched up with the Clippers near the end. But he's inherited from different coaches. This is the first real roster that I could feel like is truly his, and I'm actually really excited to see what he does with this team. So
I'm gonna be real. I don't know how long Ty Lue stays as the head coach of this team. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
I think
he
Ty
probably has, like,
Lue.
one more year.
Yeah,
He tries it out.
I think Ty
and
Lue
then-
enjoys coaching competing teams. I think that's kind of his whole
I agree.
groove. He's not really a younger, like, I mean, not to say he won't stay with the team, but just based off his history, I think he enjoys coaching like teams that are going to compete. But nonetheless, like, I like this trade for the Clippers. I think it's the same thing as the Grizzlies, the same thing as the Bucks. Like, you are finally able to move into this new era, even though like I wasn't the biggest fan of Keaton Wagler coming out of Illinois. Like, the dude can hoop. He's going to be a nice complimentary guard next to Darius Garland. You have two ball handlers. You have two guys who can make shots. You have Brandon Ingram, who raised your ceiling, who will, okay, yeah, you might not make the playoffs. I mean, raise your floor. You might not make the playoffs. You might not make the plan, but you definitely have the potential to do that. And in the era where we just seen the new draft rules change, this is something that is very important. You can't just sit up here and be ass, but you also have the freedom to have a guy like Keaton Wagler, to have a guy like Darius Garland, to be able to go out there and just do what they need to do. And they can do it freely. They don't have to worry about how many shots does Kawhi get tonight? How many shots does Paul George? How many shots does Russell Westbrook? How many shots does James Harden get tonight? No, I can just go out here and
they had
hoop.
all four of them at one point.
Yes,
Goodness gracious.
like I can just go out here and hoop. Yeah, I gotta give Bi some of his shots, but like I got a good mentor in Ty Lue. And we're just able to do really well now, you know what I'm saying? Enter a new era and just go from here. And yes, like, people are going to give them the Clippers, they're losers. Okay, cool. But like, hey, one thing that they're doing, they went about it the right way, bro. Everybody in their mind, like, knew. I was one of the people who, when Kawhi signed to the Clippers, I was like, oh shit, LeBron and the boys is in trouble. The league is in trouble because like everything that Matt mentioned earlier, like everybody was like that. Anybody who says that they saw this shit, the Clippers not being good now and this shit happening, they're fucking lying.
Liars.
Nobody thought that, bro. It looked like it in the moment, and unfortunately, things happen. People get injured. People perform poorly in the playoffs. But
people go through lemons.
yeah, like this is just something, but none of this stuff is stuff that we saw before. But okay, you see all of that. You try to maximize it. That's why you go out and get a Russell Westbrook. That's why you go out and get a James Harden, because you're trying to at least make something out of nothing. But hey, we realized that this shit was dead. We realized that it was not going to work, and we accept our L and we move on. And they moved on. And this is how you do it. This is good asset management. This is what a good front office does, and now they can move into their next next phase and just see where to go from here, man.
They got young players. They got some draft picks back, and that's how you do it when you're coming from what you did.
Exactly.
We got one more big thing, and I know y'all probably got 100 bars for it. I got some quick hitters for y'all. Yes or no?
Oh, I know.
Like it or not.
I know
First
what
thing-
we forgot.
first
We
thing,
got to talk about.
Jalen Duren hasn't signed yet. Do y'all think he wanted to sign a trade because the Pistons didn't want to give him back? Do y'all think he stays with Detroit? or do y'all think he gets a sign and trade? Because Detroit also said they will match anything that he gets.
I
And
think
then
he
so first question: does he stay? Does he get
Mm.
traded? And does he deserve a supermax?
I think he stays, and no, he doesn't deserve a supermax. You played yourself out of supermax this playoffs by having arguably the worst playoff performances in the playoffs this year. The only reason we aren't talking about Jalen Duren that much in terms of awful playoff performances is because De'Aaron Fox happened, and even still, De'Aaron Fox played better in the entire playoffs period than Jalen Duren. Yeah, Jalen Duren didn't play as long, but he was quite literally a no show. He left Cade Cunningham out there to dry. Basically,
Yeah.
if Cade Cunningham couldn't create the offense, the Pistons were cooked, and they had to rely on you because you're their second star. Like I saw like a YouTube video on them. I can't remember, but it was basically the biggest drop off from a superstar. Like in modern play, like statistically, it was bad. He quite literally played himself out of supermax.
Bro,
So
I
I
got the
don't think.
numbers right here actually.
Bro,
Yeah, I'm about to say
he had
Bro.
like maybe like
Yeah.
one game where it wasn't even a good game, but it was like, okay, this is like
an
his
all
best
right
game.
game.
In
Yeah.
the regular season, he averaged 19.5 points, 10.5 rebounds, 2 assists, 65% from the field. In the playoffs, the whole playoffs, he averaged 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 50% from the field.
So
Your percentage dropped
Garbage.
15%. You had a -9 in scoring in the playoffs, -2 in rebounds.
As a
That
big
is
man.
So here's my thing with this whole situation. I think Jalen Duren is kind of crazy for
Ridiculous, ludicrous.
I understand asking for the supermax, but Bud, like you played yourself out of the supermax. And I am a guy, and I've always been like this. I never liked when teams gave players, young players, like big ass contracts
Crazy
when they're
bad.
for the most part
Crazy
like
bad.
unproven. And Jalen Duren, like it's like, okay, yeah, this might have just been a one-time thing. This might just be, all right, bro, like nigga, I just was
contract
nervous.
year. Contract year.
This is my first time in the playoffs. This is why I play like this. And then but on the flip side, I could be like, yo, this is my contract year. I was hooping, and we've seen plenty of cases of players falling
Facts.
after their contract year. So it's like, bro, like you played yourself out of the supermax, man. And honestly, even if he was playing very well, is he still worth a supermax contract? Like, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Not, but if he averaged what he averaged in the regular season, they'll give it to him.
Yeah,
It
well,
wouldn't be a problem.
would have given it to
Shit,
him.
nigga, if he averaged like 16 points on like 59, 60%, they probably would have still gave it to him.
Probably not. All right, yeah, he struggled, but you know, he was trying.
Here, you know what I'm saying? It's his first
like,
playoffs,
bro,
whatever.
like you sitting up here, like, bro, sometimes you have to be aware. You have to be aware, bro. So fuck no, Detroit shouldn't give him no damn supermax.
You can't average bench numbers and expect to get you can't drop off almost 10 points a game. Like he ain't drop off a couple points. It's not like he went to like 16 or 15 points a game.
He was unplayable. They chose to play Isaiah Stewart and what's the bro name? Is it Javonte Green over him? Like
dude. As he should have, by the way. Like he was
bro,
a black hole.
You are over here. Bro, this man JB Bickerstaff felt like he couldn't even play you, and you over here acting like you need a supermax. So no, Detroit shouldn't give him a supermax. Does he stay in Detroit? The thing is, it's like, okay, if it's like this, he clearly wants his money. I don't think he's going to buck on getting his money, and because of that, I don't. From what it seems like, I'm not in the office. I'm not in Detroit. I don't know how they operate stuff. It seems like Detroit is really standing firm on not giving Duren that money. So I think I think he probably does like end up going somewhere. It's just one of those things where it's like, where does he go? And if you're going to give up Duren, you best be getting something that can get next to Cade, because not picks. You need a guy because you have a Cade Cunningham who is in his prime. He's probably just now scratching the surface of his prime. He's already arguably the best guard, not just in the Eastern Conference, but the entire NBA. And you have to get a guy next to him. You have to. That's where I could see Detroit being in a predicament where they're like, oh, we don't want to give him this money, but at the same time, we do got Cade right here, and we really want to maximize this window around Cade.
So my thing
is, who do you get though?
Yeah, so the problem is, right?
Oh no.
So the problem is, so like the teams I think were interested, right?
Kings.
They went and got somebody. So the Celtics were interested in Jalen Duren. They went and signed Mitch Robinson, and
Yeah.
they just re-signed Cadence.
Cause
Right?
that's
A better
at first
pickup,
who
by
I
the way.
had. That's at first.
Exactly.
That was at first who I was like, okay, shit. Really, if you want to cook with some shit, you could sit up here and say, "Hey, Boston, we'll give you Duren. You just got signed to this big ass max contract, which will really have been less than what Jaylen Brown is making right now, if I'm not mistaken. You just take we just want Jaylen Brown, and boom, it's simple. If they did something like that, I'm like, okay, cool. I like this for both teams. That fucking
Yes.
dumbass Brad
Jalen-
Stevens.
I still wouldn't have liked it, but it'd been a whole lot better than training for Paul goddamn George.
I think the Hornets might have been interested at one point, but you just
Oh yeah,
you just
but they
traded
just
LaMelo.
gave
I
it
think you
away.
wanted to pair him. Yeah, you
They
know
gave
what
away
I'm saying?
LaMelo and
And
Miles
so-
Bridges.
Exactly, and then you
This
had
Hornets
LA,
are gonna blow.
and then you had LA, right? And we're about to talk about LA. We're probably about to have
Yeah,
Right,
the
everybody talk about
Snowtown
it,
Lakers.
they just signed
Yeah.
Walker Kessler, so then it just leaves. So now it leaves like Sacramento as like the only team that like and so the problem with that is okay, cool. If Sacramento will be the only team to give him the bag, right? And then you have Brooklyn, but do you want anything from Brooklyn? No. So
Fuck no.
now it's like okay, it's Sacramento and Detroit, right? If Sacramento knows like I'm really the only teams that can get Jalen Duren, I'm not about to give you anything crazy, right? And so then the
Exactly.
Sacramento Kings are probably like, so then Detroit's probably like, I'm not going to give you Jalen Duren for nothing. So at this point,
For
I'm not going
Sabonis.
to trade him. I'm not going to trade him to Sacramento for nothing. I might as well just keep him. So I think he ends up just staying with Detroit. I don't think he gets a supermax. I think whatever one team offers him,
I think
they'll
they
just
might
match
give
what
him
they
like
offer
a
him.
maybe like a 1 year thing, like something like I don't know. So I'm sure there's some shit out there like a restricted free agency
Franchise tag in
thing.
the NBA.
No, not a
I
franchise
think
tag, but
they give him a restricted- I think they'll lock him up. I don't think they'll let him go to another year. They'll lock him up for sure.
Mm.
I think
It
he
depends
stays in
though.
Detroit.
It depends though. My main thing is the only reason why I'm not aligning with him with okay, he probably stays in Detroit because I really do think that he's pushing to get his money. Like I ain't gonna cap. I don't cap, bro. If a nigga sat up here and said, "Hey gang, I'll go to Sacramento, just pay me my bread," that nigga just cares about money.
Yeah, no, for sure. But at the same time,
Even though him and Darius Acuff would be amazing, they would be sitting.
All these other teams also just saw you shake ass in the playoffs. So like, it's not just the Pistons that seen this.
But like the thing is though, any team he would go to outside of the Kings, they wouldn't be counting on him for offense. Like if he was going to the Celtics, you have Jason Tatum.
That's true.
But
he's not. But they got
Mr.
Robinson.
Well,
so.
no, you're still looking at him for some offensive output.
I mean, but listen though, like with the Pistons,
third team All NBA, like you know what I'm saying.
My thing is like it was Cade and like, please God, find me somebody else.
Exactly. It was supposed to be Duren though. That's what I'm saying. It was supposed to be Duren.
And I'm not saying with Jalen Duren didn't show up, but like if he went to say like the Celtics, you have a Jason Tatum, you probably still have a Peyton Pritchard, you probably still might have a Derek White,
Jalen Brunson.
You have niggas who
Don't
will
piss
still
me
go
off,
score. Like outside of Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, you was counting on Danish Jenkins. And that's no disrespect to Danish Jenkins, but
shout out Short Kings.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's over.
So I think he ends up resigning.
I hope he resigns with Detroit.
So
I hope he does.
Like Jay said,
the exciting lights, man. Let's go.
The Snow Time Lakers. They kicked free agency off. They made like 7 signings in 30 minutes. They got their whole offseason done in 30 minutes.
And Rob Pelinka always does this shit. Rob Pelinka loves to do all his shit with like I was about to say something crazy. Let me stop. Actually,
we're not Stephen A.
Rob Pelinka Walker Kessler. The Los Angeles Lakers acquiring Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz for an unprotected first-round pick in 2031. A 2023 first round pick, 2028 and 2030 swaps. And then they signed him to a 4-year, $130 million deal.
So here's all right. So here's my thing. Y'all know how I feel about swaps. I don't think either. I think both of these teams. I think both of these teams are going to be relatively good, bro. But I still cannot justify giving up 2 first-round picks for Walker Kessler, even though I do think him and Luka are going to be pretty like good next to each other, gang. I'm not looking at Walker Kessler as like Like you gonna give that much money to him? It's a good contract. Don't get me wrong, and he's gonna be a great fit next to Luka. And he's honestly what they have been looking for in a big. But like that's
Yeah, if I'm
that's
Anthony
your
Davis, I'm sorry.
like that's your grandiose big move. Like that was really my main gripe with the trade. Is like you give up first of all, Walker Kessler is not worth 2 picks in my opinion. And
I agree.
that cannot be your move. I don't think
How?
Walker Kessler is, unless you believe in Austin Reeves that much, which I didn't take that into account when the move first happens. I think they probably do think Austin Reeves gives them a big enough boost offensively next to Luka, which I would agree with if Austin Reeves showed up in the playoffs more consistently than he has the past couple of times.
Coming up. So all right. So this is
Yeah,
so,
I was
so
gonna
now-
say.
So I'm in the minority where I don't think it was that bad of an off season.
I don't think it was horrible.
I think if you look at
They're
if
just
you look at
hilarious. The
team-
way they did it was so funny.
Yes. If you look at the team that got to the finals with Dallas Mavericks, right? You had a big who could play in the pick and roll and can also protect the rim. That's what Walker Kessler is.
Okay.
Right?
Right, not
And
my fault.
right, you're saying it like you said Walker Kessler is like that can't be your move. Their move was re-signing Austin Reeves. Like I could understand if you were like I could understand if you let Austin Reeves walk, you let LeBron walk, you're like we're about to just rock out with Luka Doncic and Walker Kessler. No, you have Austin Reeves. That you gave Austin Reeves $45 million a year.
But even
That
then,
nigga better be your second best option.
but even
and he was coming off of an injury in the playoffs last year.
but here's my main gripe. Here's my main gripe. You putting all this stock into your second option and 2 guys who have been injury prone over the past couple of seasons, and you're in the most competitive conference in all of the NBA. Maybe
Yeah,
in of NBA history. And this roster and all the moves that they made do not move the needle. I'm still not taking them over the Spurs or the Thunder.
My thing is though, if you don't re-sign Austin Reeves, who do you get for him that's better or close to Austin Reeves?
I'm not
Nobody,
mad.
but
I'm not mad at them re-signing Austin Reeves. I think there's value in that. I'm just thinking like, why y'all not sitting up here trying to push for a Jalen Duren?
y'all wanted my hot take, and like it could age poorly. And I love Luka, I love Austin. I think this team is like a play-in squad. Like I think they make the playoffs, but I think it's gonna be like tough because here's my thing, bro. Like first of all, don't get me wrong, the Walker Kessler move I thought was like a pretty decent move. I thought the Colin Sexton move was a pretty decent move to have a guard behind Luka that can actually play the ball and play some
they
defense.
signed Colin Sexton. They gave Quentin Grimes a 4-year, $60 million deal. They signed Sandro to a 4-year, $31 million deal. I think it was one more player, but you got Colin Sexton, you got Sandro, you got Quentin Grimes, and then you got
Jake
Walker
LaRavia.
Kessler. I think those are the 4.
Oh, you talking about they moves? Yeah.
I was about to say I just don't. The rest of this roster, fan, you are reliant on your 2 best players who, first of all, can't play defense. We know, like
Literally.
again, Mavs fan. I love Luka Doncic. Like I was like stunned and shocked whenever we traded him. But the one thing that Nico Harrison said that was fact. My man's can't really play defense. Austin Reeves also can't play defense. So your two perimeter guys are cones. Walker Kessler isn't this defensive stopper like that. Like he's not like he's not no bad.
He is though.
He kind of is like that defensively.
I was like, he's not no bad defense. Like, but if this is my big man defensive style, like he's not no better defensive player in the paint than someone like Rudy Gobert. He's not a better defensive player in the paint. Again, I understand that, but as Tyson was saying, this is the West. This is like the big bad West. And if Walker Kessler is your defensive center, again, he's not bad. But
I think he's pretty good. I think he holds up against a lot of these teams in the West as a defensive anchor.
I just think, and especially knowing Luka and Austin's track record with injury and having to bank on them being healthy, I think that this team might end up having to like fight to get in the playoffs.
Okay.
So my thing is right. My thing is with this is like people don't like the signings, but my thing is like, who do you sign then? Is my thing like who like? If you
I don't know, bro. The Lakers are so funny. The Lakers are hilarious.
It's not
I don't
just
know.
outside of all of them being,
but The-
same color.
The exciting words. Let's go.
But the thing is-
yeah.
If they were all black, if Walker Kessler, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, they'll probably be like, bro, they got a squad.
I would
Yo,
not have
bro,
been
they
like
got a
that.
squad.
I would not have been like that. Stephen A is funny as hell for that. But like I think my main issue with the Lakers isn't the fact that I dislike the moves. I like the moves and I think this is a good team and I think JJ Redick is going to maximize this team. I just don't think that if you have a guy like Luka Doncic, you are fully able to maximize. But one thing I will say that kind of has like talked me off the ledge a little bit is that I feel like a lot of these contracts are movable. You just don't have any picks to pair them with to move them to get, you know, some bigger things. And I think that is where my main gripe is because you're kind of locked into having, okay, you got some players can be valuable pieces elsewhere, but like, you know, a lot of times if you want to get these bigger players or like these bigger things, you have to attach picks to them. They have none.
So, but my thing is, so the thing about the picks, so you just because at the same time you just were like fuck them picks earlier, right? And because of how the new lottery system is now, we don't know how the value of picks are going to be now.
No, it's not about the value. They don't have picks.
But my thing is like if they're trying to get off of somebody, right, with a team, does the picks even matter at this point?
Yes, because teams like to have picks. They like that. They like me personally.
It depends on how desperate that team is and what they need.
It is, but like a lot of teams like to have those picks attached to these trades. That is what, and maybe that changed over the next couple of years. But like that is something that we see. These first rounders, these second rounders are standard in all of these trades. So yeah, you have the supplementary pieces in, you know, the guys that they signed, the Quentin Grimes, the bro from Toronto whose
like,
name I'm not gonna fuck up, but
Sandro, Mamu.
Yeah. But like
dog at Seton Hall.
But like it's like, bro, I don't like teams that I feel like if I look at them, they don't have a lot of flexibility. And I feel like the Lakers don't have a lot of flexibility.
They don't.
So, my thing is you're trying you're already trying to trade off players that haven't even put on the jersey.
I'm not trying to trade them off. I'm just looking at this roster. I know I'm looking at this roster and okay, boom. This is actually perfect. This is perfect. We can play another game. Lakers or the other team.
Before you play this game, I think the one thing that it's a few things. I think they're lacking length and athleticism. I think they're lacking
exciting words.
Yeah, they're lacking wing depth.
Maybe Bronny takes a leap. Like no troll shit. Maybe Bronny takes a leap. No troll shit though. No troll shit. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass though.
You know the bad part about Bronny? I think he could genuinely be a good NBA player.
No, I think he's gonna be nice. I think he is going to be nice. Like I'm not even trolling when I say that. But if Bronny takes a leap, then I am looking at these boys different, and I think it's very realistic for him to take a leap.
We talked about it in the last pod. They also have Cam Carr. So
they do have Cam Carr. And they got Adu. Thorough.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, and then it's been
they do have Cam Carr.
Maybe them getting like Kuminga. So now you.
I'm not. Kuminga don't move me.
Kuminga's
a good like 16, 18 points. No, I won't say that.
The thought of Kuminga is better than what Kuminga is.
No.
Yes.
On that squad,
yes.
No. Kuminga at like the 3 or the 4 is fine. I'm cool with that.
Kuminga wants to be a number 1. He will not be there. He won't be the number 1. He won't be the number 2. Then he won't be the number 3. Kuminga will be a 3-and-D guy, and him as a 3-and-D, he brings athleticism and length, something that they're lacking.
A 3-and-D guy.
He fit in perfectly.
No, I'm not sure if it'll just 100% be a 3-and-D guy. I think that he would kind of like share that third option with Walker Kessler. Like some nights it'd be Walker Kessler's nights because getting.
Who do niggas think Kuminga is?
Kuminga when he got away from Steve Kerr, like started really hooping. So.
Last season he averaged 12 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists per game. He shot.
What did he average with Atlanta? What did he average with Atlanta?
In the regular season, okay, hello. Did you
not hear what I just say he needed though?
What did he need?
They need length and athleticism. The Lakers need length and athleticism. That's exactly
what John
Kuminga is. I didn't say the nigga.
He shot
the nigga would average 20.
47% from the field and 35% from 3.
I'm cool with that. I'll live.
But nigga, third option? What the fuck are we talking about?
What you mean?
That's not no third option numbers.
I say he's probably not even your third option. If you rerun it, I say he's probably not even your third option. But as a 3-and-D wing who brings length and athleticism, he will fit perfectly.
He's an average. He's an okay 3-point shooter. Like, what are we talking about?
Is Derrick Jones on the 3-and-D wing? Derrick Jones is an average 3-point shooter. He got. So what is he then?
Derrick Jones is an athletic defensive wingman. I'm not looking at Derrick Jones. I'm not looking at Derrick Jones and saying he's a 3-and-D wing. What the fuck are we talking about?
Listen. This is another rare time I would agree with Matt. As a Mavs fan, Luka got the most out of Derrick Jones in that finals run, and I do think that if they were to get someone like Jonathan Kuminga, I think that Luka is
shooting the ball.
Bro, do you not know what 3-and-D is? I need a nigga to.
Derrick Jones was knocking shit down.
I'm be real. Okay, I'm be real. Especially in the playoffs, I just seen his playoff shooting splits. I'm not banking on Jonathan Kuminga being a reliable 3-point shooter.
I'm also not banking on him either. But for defense, length, size, and athleticism,
as a whole, I agree with that.
Probably not getting him for a bag because we're this far in free agency. He still hasn't got a contract. You're probably going to get him for good value. He's a good player to pair with with Luka and Austin Reeves.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad fit, but I'm just not. I'm not all the way behind him. I think the thought of Jonathan Kuminga is better than the actual player. He has flashes, but he has yet to put it together.
Which one of y'all I think it's you, Matt. The Cam Reddish believer still. I might.
Cam Reddish FC stand up. Yeah. Cam Reddish FC, I'm still there.
No.
Cam Reddish is 2026. No. Cam Reddish is 2026, bro.
Nigga,
Cam Reddish is 2026.
Nigga,
it's over.
Edwards said the toughest nigga I ever had to guard.
He said that's in high school, fam. He said let it go, bro. Let it go, bro. I'm sure there are niggas that say that Jello was the toughest to guard in high school. And Jello in high school was nice, but let's be for real, guys.
Yeah, hell no, bro.
So y'all don't like the Lakers moves. I like them. I
don't dislike them. I just don't think they're contenders.
Finals, they're also when you have Luka on your team,
bro. You got Luka till 2030, but time is ticking.
Hey, look.
Luka has carried. I don't think the Mavs team he got to the finals is better than this team right now.
I think the West is better than that Western Conference he was in, though.
That's fair, but at the same time, when you do have Luka and you have actually quality NBA players, you have a chance. Because he's that good.
I will say that, like I've said on a couple of other episodes, I do live in Southern California, aka Lakers country. While Lakers fans are some of the most insufferable, backwards people on planet Earth, they don't really like this trade. They also didn't like Bron when he was here either, and I thought that was also stupid. But they don't really like these moves all that much. So but then again, Lakers fans don't really be knowing what they talk about anyway. But I did have to just kind of throw my 2 cents in there as somebody who's smack in the middle of Lakers country. They don't really like these moves.
Okay,
and they don't really like the fact that they're having a bank on the health of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, two guys who have been injury prone over the last couple of years, to basically keep their head above water in the Western Conference. So that's why I don't really like it too much, is that you have to basically bank on Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic to, one, not be complete and utter cones, and two, average 30 plus.
All right. So let's play a game. Thunder or the Lakers?
Thunder.
OKC.
Spurs or the Lakers?
Spurs.
Nuggets or the Lakers?
Nuggets.
Rockets or the Lakers?
Rockets. The Rockets only lost because, one, they didn't have Fred VanVleet, and two, because Bron dissected the fuck out of them.
Lakers.
I'm kind of in between. I probably lean Lakers. Because I think Luka's better than Kevin Durant. Timberwolves or the Lakers?
Timberwolves.
Give me the T-Wolves.
Give me the Wolves.
I don't know about that.
Give me the T-Wolves.
I like the Wolves.
Give me the T-Wolves.
The more I look at the Wolves roster, the more I like them.
Give me the T-Wolves.
Outside of Rudy Gobert, these niggas have no bigs. But it's
Rudy Gobert's all they did.
Bro, give me on Bears, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards. Shout out. Hey, fuck that hoe for me 5. That's crazy. That's crazy. My fault.
Hey, yo, I'm rooting on the hero. I'm rooting on the neighborhood hero, man. Shout out LaMelo Ball.
I think the rest of these teams are probably taking the Lakers, Mavs or the Lakers.
Lakers.
Trailblazers.
Lakers.
Suns.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Nah. Suns be
Lakers.
sneaking. Suns be sneaking. Suns be sneaking good with
Bruh,
the
nigga,
healthy.
Devin Booker changed the jersey number to 15. They're fried.
No, Devin Booker gonna be not. Devin Booker gonna fuck around,
Bro,
and kill.
just chill, bro.
Devin
Just
Booker
chill,
gonna
bro.
fuck around,
Just chill,
kill, bro.
So yeah, man. Like I got some quick hitters, some free agency signings for y'all, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing, y'all can just stay quiet. But Marcus Smart to the Rockets.
Yeah, good
I
move.
personally like to pick up. You got another guard, ball handler.
Good move. It's a good move.
Bogdanovich went to the Rockets.
Another good move.
Dean-
A shooter.
I
They got a
guess.
shooter.
I guess.
Dean Wade went to the 76ers. I like Dean Wade.
I
as a
love this
deputy
move for the
to
Sixers.
four.
I love this
that
move for the Sixers.
But the Sixers
Zach
are gonna be
Collins-
so nice.
Zach Collins re-signed with the Bulls. Luke
Yawn.
Kennard signed with the Suns.
Yawn.
Some more shooting, I guess. Keon Ellis went to the Nets. They gave him a little bag.
Yawn.
Kobe Sanders re-signed with the Clippers. Brandon
Yawn.
Carlson re-signed. Went with Portland. Usman Dieng went to the Bucks. Tim Hardaway went to the Heat. I guess you got another shooter.
He can't wear
Tim
10
Hardaway
though.
Yeah, he can't wear 10, which is
Oh
messed
God,
up.
he can't wear 10. Hey, they gotta unretire, bro. Hey, do my man as a
Hey,
solid.
His
Unretire
dad
10,
is
DeAndre
bro.
funny as
Jordan-
hell.
DeAndre Jordan went back to New Orleans. That's the only
Yawn.
move they made too. That
Yawn.
shit's- bro,
Nigga,
Joe
Joe,
Dumars
don't
finna
worry.
hang this shit
Hey,
up,
don't worry.
Bro, New
Hey,
Orleans is so
Hey,
good.
don't
Shut
worry.
up, bro.
Joe Dumars, nigga, the saxophones are playing, nigga. The
Loud.
But yawn.
Bro, New Orleans is garbage, bro.
Yeah. I'm actually Shams because I broke the news to them that Jock Landale re-signed with the Hawks.
Nah, for sure. I did not know that.
I didn't even know that
Fuck.
shit.
Norman Powell went to the Bulls.
The Bulls are going to be
they
fun
need-
this year. The Bulls are going to be fun this year.
They'll be fun. They had money they needed to spend. They needed a guard to score. Gave him a 2-year deal. They didn't give him nothing crazy. I like it. That's how you run a rebuild. John Collins, 3 years, $51 million to the Pistons.
I like this for the
That's
Pistons.
That's not bad.
I like this
That's
for the
I don't
not
think a lot
Pistons.
of people have talked about John Collins because he got lost in Utah, then got lost in the LA with the Clippers. I think he'll have a good.
I like this move for
Bounce
Detroit,
back.
bro. I like this.
I like it. Mitch Rob went to the Celtics.
I love this move. That's
I like
the only
this.
good move
I like
the
this
Celtics
move.
did.
I like this move for the
I
Celtics.
think, and they also re-signed Cadis. So I'm assuming Cadis is the starter. They got Mitch Rob coming off the bench like he did in New York.
That's
20
fine.
minutes a game.
You added depth to your big man. The team still lasts though after that Jaylen Brown shit. And then you got Toby. Toby went to the Spurs, man. That was
Bro, you know he doesn't have an agent. He's never had an agent.
That's turn.
And you know how much he's.
Tobias Harris has never had an agent.
Yes, bro. I seen somewhere that he's never had an agent, and he has made over 330
years.
million in his
That's
entire
turn as
career with
hell.
no
That's
agent.
turn as hell.
I like this move for the Spurs though. Another vet wing piece. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
You need those.
Hey,
So
learn
Collins-
to advocate for yourself.
Colin Sexton went to the Lakers.
Yawn.
And Simons went to the 76ers.
Don't know why he went to the 76ers. That makes no
Stupid
fucking
backcourt.
like. If I'm a guy like
That-
Anthony Simons, why am I not going to the Heat? That shit don't make sense to me.
Bro, the bench of LeBaron and
Hey,
Simons
they gonna be
straight
fucking
bunch-
hooping, nigga.
It
Not
is straight dog is
but you know
no
what's funny
defense.
as hell? They giving all that shit up on
Oh my mama, they not playing. too.
Bro.
over with,
nigga,
bro.
What? You
Over
gonna
with,
be
gang.
Rucker Park.
No,
Your
dead
turn,
ass.
turn
My
type
turn,
vibe.
nigga. Dead ass, bro.
Your turn, my turn type vibe.
But I guess
I don't think I'm missing anything else, bro. I think that's all the big stuff.
I'm crazy.
If I missed something and missed signing, y'all let me know in the comments.
Andre
But,
Drummond went to the New York Knicks.
Oh yeah, Drummond to the Knicks.
Yeah, man.
Actually,
That means
let's
that the
go.
Knicks are confirmed going
Like-
back to back now.
Crazy thing is, bro, I think he signed for like a 1-year deal, and the nigga
Yeah, he
had
did.
said 2 days ago
They want
like,
a bag.
he wants a bag because he took less money before. I guess that's his bag, but hey,
Hey, I
he's a
mean,
quality backup.
I think Andre Drummond, he's shown that he can be a 2020 guy in the NBA. I think that the New
That was
York
10 years
Knicks,
ago.
I think the New York Knicks, they just got really a steal for 1 year on a prove it deal, and I think this confirms the Knicks go back to back. We might have to start talking about them as a super team.
Yeah.
Agree.
Shea cut his hair.
All right. Anyways,
He trying to be Wemby so
he trying to
bad.
be like me. Like
Trying to
it's
be like
crazy
Wemby.
as fuck. He really trying to be like me, bruh. He's trying to be like me. It's crazy, bruh. Like, cause he's like, it's crazy. This man Shay really think that he really like got some shit on me. Cause I mean, I cut my hair back 2024, and we all know what I did after that. Like, but you not me, Shay. You not gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. Shay crazy as hell, man. I'm gonna talk to him actually, bro. I'm gonna talk to him after this, bro. I'm gonna call him up and be like, nigga, you crazy as fuck. Cause real talk, like, I had an inkling he was coming here, cause he had talked about it for a minute. Like, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about coming here. I said, man, you kind of look good. I mean, like, the braids is more your shit. He was like, man, I don't know. Really, I ain't even supposed to say it, but I'm gonna say it. He said, I seen you when you cut your hair, what you did. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of inspired. I said, hey, bro, I mean, shit, you do it, but I just think it fits you. And man, boom, I mean, the pigs dropped and they're gonna cut his hair, bro. It's really crazy as fuck, man. But hey, Shay,
You know what's crazy, man?
you're not like me, man.
You know what's crazy, man? I'm rage baiting you. I believe this whole conversation happened when you talked to Tyson.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Shay crazy, man.
That ran, but you would think Tyson was the Thunder fan, not me. But,
nah, Shay crazy, bro. Shay crazy.
So I think that's free agency, bro. Free agency has been fun, bro. It's been nonstop. I won't be surprised if some more crazy shit happens. We still got to see LeBron sign. I'm pretty sure by the time the next pod come,
he'll
LeBron
probably
will
be
on the new team.
Yeah.
He might sign somewhere tomorrow. Shoot.
So with that being said,
ready into it.
Top 5 movies of all time.
Yes, sir, Scary.
This is gonna be fun.
Matt, I ain't gonna cap.
Man.
Matt, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I was kind of like you, like with the albums. I mean, like with the movies, because the albums were the same thing with me. Like, I knew once I hit my first 2 I knew 2 of my locks. Really 3. Well, yeah, I knew 2 of my locks. I knew 2 locks. But after that, it was kind of like, I don't know. Yeah. Because honestly, remember I told you my fave genre is rom-coms. I have no rom-coms on here.
Yeah.
I have no rom-coms on here.
And that's the thing. Like, I wanted, like, I told you mine's like action and comedy, and I was making a list, and it was kind of like I wasn't seeing a lot of action on here.
Yeah. But I don't like.
You know what I'm saying? But
I don't have Think Like a Man. I don't have any of the Kevin Hart things he did with Ice Cube. Like, I don't have any, but those are some of my fave rom-coms ever. Yeah.
So, Jay, you want to start us off?
Yeah, man.
You got them ranked, or just top 5?
I got them ranked.
You gonna go 5 to 1?
Yeah, I'm going 5 to 1. So cool. I am like mostly a big action like movie person. I'm like a big like superhero movie fan, action movie fan, comedy movie fan. So, but at number 5, I have A Bronx Tale. I actually recently watched this film for the first time. I fell in love with this film. Like all the actors were like, even to this day, spectacular film, has a great message.
Well, can you explain the movie? Because this is my first time hearing about it. I'm gonna be transparent.
Yeah, I've never heard of it before.
So basically, like, of course, it takes place in New York, and like the main character, like I want to
when it come
describe
out?
It like it came out back in the 90s. Like, this is an older like film. But like the main character, he's basically growing up in Bronx. He's growing up around all these gangsters, and his main like mentor named Sonny. He's basically trying to guide him through this life, and the main 2 things that he teaches him is, one, about wasted potential. As one of my favorite quotes ever. One of the saddest things in this life is wasted potential. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you don't do the right thing, then it means nothing. Number 1. And number 2, one of my favorite quotes: nobody cares. And in this life, nobody cares. And you could put that for a lot of things. And it just kind of reminds you that, like, a lot of people are very performative in this life, and a lot of people, care too much about what goes on in their own daily lives. As long as you do you in this life, man, you like the most successful people that I've seen in this life, and the most successful of the people I look up to the most, did things in life without care.
They live freely.
Of what other people, and without what other people thought. And that's what Sonny really tries to teach our main character, and he ends up actually, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it all the way.
What's 4?
90s. It's been out for 40 years. You can spoil
Well,
it.
yeah, yeah, he hasn't
No,
done it.
I mean I'm not gonna
Well,
remember it, but I just
I
don't
was
want. You know, we might have that
I knew.
viewer who's like, "Oh, I want to watch Bronx Tale," and I was like,
Yeah,
"All right, yeah."
Nigga was made in the 90s. You could have been watched it.
yeah. I was about to say like it was made in the 90s. Like see, I mean, like it was made in the 90s, but like I said, he's an Italian American in the Bronx. Like he sees his mob boss commit a murder, all that stuff. But he, like I said, like Sonny is basically like his mentor throughout the entire film. Like basically like tells him that he's fallen in love with a colored woman, and he's like, yeah, like so how do you feel? Like, yeah, all the other kids are making fun of me. Well, how do you feel about this woman? Oh, I like her. Okay, then. Who cares what these people think? If you like this woman and she's good for her, how y'all feel about each other, cool. That's like one of the lessons that he teaches them, and the nobody cares theme of that story. So I really like that movie. I recently watched it for the first time, fell in love with it. I'm gonna rewatch it again. And it's really just kind of adding to my life. So
What's
number
four?
four is a two-way tie because it's a movie and a sequel. It's the Spider-Verse movies. Into and Across the Spider-Verse. I flip-flop between which one I like better. So I decided to put them both. These movies were groundbreaking in animation. I'm a big like anime type person. I really love animation. They were groundbreaking in animation. They introduced a new style of animation that's still being used today. They introduced the Black Spider-Man, Miles Morales, the Black and Puerto Rican Spider-Man into the mainstream.
I'm
I'm a
rewatching.
big
I'm
comic.
rewatching it right now, and that's the one I'm on. I'm on the second one.
Yeah. I'm a big comic nerd, so I was already hip to Miles Morales like before this movie came out. But the fact that Miles Morales in 2026 is like almost as popular as the Peter Parker Spider-Man simply due to these two films and the Spider-Man game, like that alone, like I had to put that up there. I can always turn that movie on just in the background
I
and
mean,
like
two
just
of
get
the
lost in that
best
film.
animated films ever, like of all time.
Period. Yeah, like
Never
it's
watched
not
it.
even. You gotta watch. In my opinion, you have to watch them.
Fucking
Like
hey,
they are
Matt, bro.
fantastic.
God
Yeah, like
damn, man.
he's. You gotta watch them, Matt. I think
My
they're
bad,
both.
bro.
I think they're both great.
That's a red flag, bro. I ain't
I
gonna
think
lie. Like,
they're honestly they're
we're
honest to
gonna start
God.
giving you
Like
strikes, bro. This is bad.
they are honest to God probably like they are the best Spider-Man films to me, and that includes like Spider-Man 2, that includes the Tom Holland films, that includes like
Not
in my
that far,
opinion, I think
but I get it. I'm not. That's not a horrible take.
I got him
That's
over. I got
not
him
a
over that.
bad take.
I got him over that.
Okay.
But
So what about 3?
top 3. Number 3, I had to put a film by the GOAT, Denzel Washington. Shout out the bros too, by the way. Fences. This movie came out in 2016.
I've
I was
seen
12.
Fences.
I was 12 years old when this movie came out.
Hold
Shout
on,
out my
wait,
dad.
Denzel's the breast.
Yeah, oh God, you ain't know that?
Denzel's the breast.
On life, I ain't know that.
Oh God, y'all know everybody the bros.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, shout out Denzel, nigga.
Yeah, shout out Denzel, bro. But Fences, like me personally, I have a really good relationship with my father. But this movie like goes into the relationship of a father and a son, and how that relationship is based on like it has one of my favorite movie scenes of all time, where the son basically asks the father, he's like, yeah, why don't you like me? And the father's like, nigga, I don't have to like you. Like it's my job
That
to
was
take
real.
care of you. It's my responsibility to take care of you. I don't gotta
Interesting.
like your ass, but at the same time, like it's my job to take care of you. Now, my father and I don't have that dynamic. Like
Yeah,
my dad, I consider my
that's
father.
pretty insane.
I consider my father my best friend, but at the same time, especially in the time period that it took place, you could tell that his dad had love for his son, but especially in the time period that it took place, and especially considering just black trauma and black struggle, it was difficult for that father to show that love.
Show
to
it,
his son.
yeah.
I
Real.
was about to say it was a real toxic relationship between the two.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Very.
it was a good movie, but it was a toxic relationship, and then like the thing with the mother and
Yeah, for sure.
the outside kid. It was a lot. It was a lot in that. It
Mhm.
was a lot in that movie. It was a
Yeah,
lot in that movie.
but everybody in that film, Denzel, that is one of Denzel Washington's best performances ever. I know people talk about his Training Day performances. I know people talk about his Malcolm X performances, Equalizer performances. That is one of his best performances ever. He plays the shit out of the father.
does.
Now the
Add
top
it to my
two.
list.
Yep. Now the top 2 have been my like top 2 films ever since I have watched them. And they both feature the exact same actor. And when I say number 2, you will know what the top 2 films are. Number 2 is 42,
the Jackie Robinson film starring my man Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. I used to play baseball like growing up, and I played baseball in Texas, so I was the only black kid on the team. So I really looked up to Jackie Robinson. I was 9 years old when this film came out. This is the first film that I vividly remember seeing multiple times in theaters. I watched it with my grandmother. I watched it with my parents. I was somehow, some way able to get into the theater with some of my friends and watch it with them. I watched this movie like 3 times. Every time that like I was flipping through cable, like back when we were still like using cable, not streaming, near the end of all that. If I saw it on the cable, I was turning on, I would immediately watch it. This was my introduction to Chadwick Boseman. I know a lot of people's introduction to Chadwick Boseman was Black Panther or Captain America.
This was my introduction to Chadwick too.
This was my introduction to Chadwick Boseman. He played the hell out of Jackie Robinson.
When 42 came out, I couldn't watch it because I got in trouble in class, so my teacher kicked me out. So
it's definitely one of the best like
I think I bought it from Redbox.
Based on real life.
Niggas don't know about Redbox.
It's really good.
I know about Redbox. Shout out Redbox. I was running games on Redbox.
It was a fire.
That was my Blockbuster. I was too young for Blockbuster.
Yeah, I was too young for Blockbuster, but yeah, motherfucker, if we had a good, that's how I actually watched The Hate You Give too. But my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Hate You Give. That's also like an honorable mention. I really love that film as well.
Black Panther, I would assume.
Got that motherfucker on the CD, boy.
It's not Jay. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But okay, we Jay, just know we about to have a conversation.
That's cool. Look, bro. When this movie came out, bro, I was like a few months away from turning 14 years old, fam. Like the what this movie did for the culture and what this movie did for a young Jay Prez. Because again, I grew up a big nerd. I grew up like idolizing superheroes, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, whatever. We didn't have black superheroes growing up. To see this film get a Billy, to see Chadwick, but to see everybody do the Wakanda Forever salute, it's kind of corny now, but to see everybody,
man, that shit ain't fucking corny, man.
You feel me? No, I'm gonna say I still do it. You feel me? But to see everybody emulate that, the story that it told, the parallels that it has between Malcolm X and Martin.
I'm about to get
King,
mad.
The similarities it has to Lion King. Ryan Coogler directed a fantastic film. The only knock is that the CGI is a bit spotty in some places. It's a bit spotty, especially in the end. But as a story, especially as a black story, it is a fantastic.
You know, like the rubber band necklaces. Bro, Michael B. Jordan necklace was so hard to me in that fucking movie. I looked up a YouTube video to remake that bitch, and I rocked that bitch in 8th grade. And like Michael B. Jordan, so I had a.
You didn't watch this? Matt, you are like, oh my god. Where were you in 2018?
I went to the movie theater and I fell asleep during it.
Bro, this is like the most inspirational movie in modern black history. In modern day history. I wanted the Michael B. Jordan haircut. When that nigga sat there on that ledge and he said, and I don't have the exact quote, but he essentially was saying, my ancestors, the thing about the ancestors and everything.
Just bury me in the ocean.
Just bury me in the oceans with my ancestors. Yes, bro. That was a fucking bar. That was a fucking bar. Nigga, okay. You're right, man. Yeah, no, that's embarrassing.
Matt, do yourself a favor. Download Disney Plus, get you the free trial or whatever.
Bro, no. Bro, yes, watch it. Watch it.
Bro, I will mail you the CD. Just mail this joint back to me. You
watch it, bro.
It's a waste of your time. I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, you're insane. All right, you're crazy. You're crazy. Bro, you don't like action movies, then? You don't.
I do like action movies.
No, that's the action movie. That is the action movie.
Matt, on God, you don't even need to watch this as like a superhero film. Just watch it as a black film.
As a black person.
It's Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King.
I've seen the movie. I just didn't like it.
I watched it. Hey, let's move on.
I fell asleep.
No, before we move on.
He fell asleep.
Like it.
Hey, move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Can I ask you why you didn't like it? No, I want to try
I
and
don't want to
understand
hear
that
this
because
bullshit, bro.
I want to try and understand it.
I remember me and my homies, we went to the movies when this came out. His mom came and escorted us. This was the deepest we had ever came to the movies. It was front row. And I remember watching this shit like, man, what the fuck?
It was an event. I promise you, it was such an event. Bro, but Matt, no,
Oh my
Matt, please.
gosh.
I want to hear why you don't like this film. I want to hear why you don't like it.
I don't. It's just like I don't know. It just wasn't. It just didn't do it for me. Like it's a lot of.
When was the last time you saw it? When it came out?
I seen it one time only.
Oh,
Watch it again.
Watch it again.
Oh God, watch it
Watch
again.
it
Watch it
again.
again. Watch it again.
Watch it again,
I'm not gonna
bro.
say that. I'm not gonna say that. Watch it again as an
Watch it
adult.
again.
Watch it again as an
I'm
adult.
not
Watch it
like
again
that
as an adult.
shit was, and it felt like a
Watch
moment.
it as an adult.
Yeah, watch it again, bro.
It
Watch
was a
again.
moment in time, bro. And again,
it felt
Chadwick
like
Boseman,
it,
bro.
bro. Like
Yeah,
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, man. He's amazing.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, bro.
This is embarrassing. This is
Oh,
embarrassing.
this is embarrassing,
embarrassing.
bro. This is like
Yes, it is.
I
Yes, it
know
is.
This movie made $1 billion. How did you miss
Like-
this? Like, oh my God.
Oh,
bro.
my. He's doing the dumbass shit again,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. Yeah,
Like,
you're getting clipped, fam. I'm not gonna lie. You're getting clipped. You're getting clipped for sure.
bro.
You're getting clipped.
Okay,
bro.
so
I'm not
Matt,
gonna lie.
Matt, what is
I
your?
want to hear Matt's top five.
I want to hear
now.
your
I want
top
to hear Matt's
five.
top five. I want to hear his top five, bro.
Bro, now I don't want to get my top five. Everyone laugh at me, bro.
No, it's too late. You already got laughed at, fam. You already got
Nah,
laughed at. It's too late, bro.
You got all these deep meaning movies. I like to laugh and have fun, bro. I don't like.
I mean,
That's
there's nothing
good,
wrong with
but
that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. So at number 5, I don't know if y'all seen it or not. It came out in 2014. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Megan Fox in it.
The Michael Bay one?
I don't know who Michael.
That's
Bay
in
is.
your
He
top
just did-
5.
You don't know who Michael Bay is.
I just know Megan Fox.
That's
is in
in
it.
that's in your top
The Michael Bay-
5.
The Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's the one he's talking about. Yeah,
the realistic
one.
Turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good movie, but that's in your
Yeah.
top 5.
Yes. That was an S.
Okay.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
God, this is about to be a
Alright.
gnarly list.
All right, let's hear it. Okay, let's keep it going.
Number 4.
Why? Can you explain why?
I don't want to hear
know.
why. I don't want to hear why.
It's at 5. It's one of my favorite movies because I remember watching it in theaters, right? And so like with me, I like what made my list for favorite movies was just.
Bro, did you just like Megan Fox? Is this why?
No.
was just-
It was because I would have the Transformers movies in here with Megan Fox, but I don't. It was
Oh,
the
wow.
replay value for me. Like when
Okay. That's
when I
understandable.
first seen it, I liked it. Then I think a few years passed, I had watched it again. I liked it, and it was on Netflix. I think maybe a few months ago.
I remember
And
that. Yeah.
and it was both of them on there. I rewatched
Both.
both of them. So it was the replay value for me that made it one of my favorite movies. I enjoyed watching it every time I seen it, even though I knew what happened. So that's why it's in my. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I will also say I've always been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. Like even like
I mean, I am
Nickelodeon-
too.
Even on Nickelodeon when they like had the animated shows and stuff like that, I've always been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I am too. I am too.
I brought with Team
When they made like
Mutant.
a realistic version of it, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So that's 5 for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 4. I don't know if I want to switch 4 or 3. No, I'm gonna keep it at 4. 4 is Lottery Ticket. I don't know if y'all ever seen Lottery Ticket.
Okay.
Wait,
No, I know
I might have seen it. I might have seen it.
With Bobby. Yeah, Bow Wow.
Yeah, I have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah.
He acted pretty good in that.
That's
Yeah. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got
That's
the power to
solid.
change that, Cam.
You got,
I think
Yes.
Matt. I
Okay,
think
okay,
I know
okay.
one of your
Go on.
movies now based off of that one.
So yeah, I mean, like when I was younger, bro, like
Now,
I
Lottery
used to
Ticket is a
watch that
banger.
movie. I used to watch that movie almost every day.
Lottery
Like, that
Ticket is
shit
a
was
banger.
and then I was big into shoes. Nigga worked at Foot Locker and had all the shoes and more shit. Yes, Lottery Ticket is one of the ones for me.
Okay.
Number 3 is Big Mama Like Father Like Son.
I have
don't know
not
if y'all
seen this.
Is
Y'all seen that.
is that? Hold up, let me.
Yeah.
So this is the one with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
And, Brandon T. Jackson.
Yeah, and
With Brandon-
he's Big Mama. Martin is Big Mama, and the regular dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
money is
basically-
funny as hell. This movie is funny as hell.
So basically, they had to. So Jay, basically, is Martin Lawrence and his son wanted to be a rapper, right? But Martin Lawrence wanted his son to go to college. So basically, Martin Lawrence was a cop in the movie. One of his
Yo, is this Martin Lawrence in his wig, fam?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
One of
cap.
his-
This movie
one of
is
his
funny as
partners-
hell.
Yes, one of his partners got shot, so they had to go to an all-girls school.
Yes.
They had to go to an all-girls school, and they both had to dress up as
They
girls.
had to dress up as girls, bruh. No,
When I tell you,
the
bruh,
funny scene was when they was in the sauna. Gang.
Yes.
Hey, that shit had me crying, bro.
So look, so here's why it's one of my favorites. I watched it
Okay.
all the time when I was younger. And so when I was younger, also my mom used to take me and my brothers to Denny's, right? It was like every Tuesday because kids ate free at
Cause
Tuesday.
they free. Yep.
And so it's exactly so towards the end of the movie, right? When they were about to get killed or whatever like that, they had this dance. It was like slide to the left, slide to the right, free it with it. And then they get to a
Yeah.
fight. No bullshit. I used to do that dance outside of Denny's. Every Tuesday.
No, that is a fire movie. I'm not mad
I
at
used
that
to do
being in
that
the top
dance.
5.
So that is number 3.
It's a fire movie.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, the Equalizer series. All of them.
Cool.
You know what's
I'm
crazy?
cool with
You
that.
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What's up?
Never seen a singular Equalizer movie.
Oh, Tyson.
Never seen a singular
At
Equalizer
least I've
movie.
seen Black Panther. You ain't never seen none of the
Never
Equalizers?
seen, never, bro.
This
Same
is
with,
basically black. This is basically
same-
Black John Wick.
yeah, same with the John Wick
Yes.
shit and the James
It's
Bond
Black-
shit. Never seen any of
Oh.
them. Never seen any of them.
You ain't seen
Wow.
John Wick?
Never
Hey.
seen any of them.
Hey, go watch Equalizer, bro.
Never.
Yeah,
It's on my
Equalizer's
list of
trash.
shit to watch, but I've never seen any of
I
them.
like
Yes,
Equalizer.
one of them ones. Like Denzel was on some shit, boy. Like
Any of them.
he was on some shit. And so number
Okay.
1, and this might be controversial,
Oh my
but
god.
not to me.
Oh my god.
Number 1, my favorite movie is Next Friday. It's my favorite Friday.
No,
out of all
no,
3.
that's a good. Okay, that's valid. I'm not
It's
gonna lie,
not-
Matt. I thought
I
you were
like
gonna
first
have.
Friday. The first Friday is.
I thought you were gonna
like
have
more, but that's not
ATL.
crazy.
I thought you were gonna have ATL in there. But next Friday, that's a valid number 1.
ATL was like probably like top 10.
Valid.
But number 1, like Next Friday is my favorite. I think
No, that's a good
Friday
one, though.
Like Friday is cool. Everybody's gonna like
It's a
Friday 'cause it's the
classic.
first one, but I don't like Friday that much. When he
Really?
had to go, yeah, it's 2 to me. I think it's like Next Friday, and then Friday after next. I think the third one is the worst one. I think
Okay,
Okay.
I do
Next
too.
Friday is
I
worse.
do too. Yeah.
Next Friday with Baby D, Ike Epps.
No, that
The
no.
dog.
Okay,
That
no,
shit
that's
was
not. It's not.
really
No,
funny
that
as
is a
shit.
funny ass movie. That's a good number 1.
Yes, so
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Friday
biased.
is
Maybe
my
I'm biased because Friday takes place in Cali, and like that shit is hilarious to me.
But they're
But-
both like funny ass movies though. Like they
No,
are
they're both
both
funny
like.
for sure. I'm
fucking
not tripping that
hilarious.
next Friday is your favorite.
Yeah, I'm not
but-
either. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, so that's my top 5. I
The-
knew my top 3 was like solidified. A Lottery Ticket is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Lottery Ticket. I wanted to throw some sport ones in there, like maybe Coach Carter or Hurricane Wisdom, but
Coach
it
Carter
just
is a
didn't
really
make the
good one.
list.
Wait, which Coach
But
Carter? The
Remember the Titans-
basketball or the football one?
Coach Carter is the basketball one. Remember the
The
Titans?
Samuel Jackson
No,
one.
no, but
Yeah.
they have a football one. They have a football one.
He's talking about the Samuel Jackson one though.
Yeah, where I ain't gonna say how I remember it, but it was based in Texas.
Yeah.
You talking about Friday Night Lights?
No, it's not Friday Night Lights.
Okay, Friday Night Lights is a good movie too, but that's my top 5. Though.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
I think I got a pretty good top 5, man. What y'all think about my top 5? Because y'all be always shitting on my list.
Yeah,
and
I think-
man.
Nigga, the
I
Michael
think
Bay
teenage-
TMNT.
I think
is-
yeah, that's questionable as fuck. That's questionable as fuck.
Hey, man.
But outside of that, I'm not mad at it though.
like look, out of all the Michael Bay films, like TMNT.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Mind you keep saying Michael Bay. I didn't watch it because of him because I didn't even know who the fuck Michael Bay was. I watched it because I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan.
No, I
That's
get
not
it. Like,
crazy.
no, the movie came out like 2014. I didn't like have a consciousness of who Michael Bay was. Neither. I knew it was. I watched it because it was TMNT too. But if you watch the film, it's like you could tell it's Michael Bay behind the camera. Like, but like it's in all the Michael Bay movies.
I can't name you another Michael Bay movie. I don't know producers for real.
That's valid.
He's first of all, he's a director. Secondly, all five live action Transformers movies until they hit like
I
Bumblebee.
didn't watch Transformers.
Oh, you would
Cool.
love Transformers. Wow,
If
you
you
would
like
absolutely.
if you like
If you like Teenage
No, if
Mutant
you-
Ninja
if you-
Turtles,
if you
you're
like
going
Teenage
to
Mutant
love
Ninja-
Transformers.
No,
I promise you.
No, I tried it. I don't. After
What-
Shayla Bow or Shayla, I didn't like
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf, Shia LaBeouf,
or
Shia
Shayla.
LaBeouf,
Yeah, whatever it is.
Shia
Shia
LaBeouf.
LaBeouf. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, how that's okay. I wasn't expecting that for you not to like Transformers
I'm
movies.
bro, I'm picky, bro.
That's
You
interesting.
like TMNT and don't like Transformers.
Yeah, that's
very
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, my top 5. So mine was
Reload.
kind of hard. Mine was very difficult because there were some Marvel movies I had to leave out, and there were some. I'm a big '90s movies guy, and early '90s to early 2000s. So like Bad Boys, Rush Hour, and Rush Hour 2 are some of the funniest movies ever to me.
For
Bad Boys,
sure.
Bad
I had
Boys
to leave
2 are
them
very
out.
funny. Juice is a really good movie to me. Like all of these movies that I grew up watching, like I had to leave a lot of these out, and it hurt. But I had to have one of them in here. And this, in my opinion, and it's very deep behind it. My 5 is Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood
Turn.
is and it's the messaging behind it. It really showed me a lot of things. I grew up in Albany. And so like Albany is a very like impoverished area. And so like even though me personally, I didn't grow up like in an impoverished area. I went to school with a lot of people who did, play sports, a lot of people who did. And this movie really opened my eyes to the type of things that like they go through, dynamics between having a father in your life versus a mother in your life, the differences when you have like, cause I done been that smart kid in the group who done had his head on straight, who done had a young nigga in his crew. You know what I'm saying? Who just,
Me too.
is trying to run wild. And, I done seen what happens when,
I was
okay,
the young nigga.
this promising young nigga gets killed and now niggas want to spin and, it's some bullshit. Like, I done seen all these different types of things. And I just think this movie was so influential and it just has so many underlying themes when it comes to relationships between parents and kids, in the black community, in the hood. Like, there were so many things from literally the start of the movie to the very end of the movie when they talk about what everything happened. I love this movie. I could watch it 10 times out of 10. And I actually saw something recently of like some people talking about it, about just like how having a father figure who not just you respect, but your friend group respects overall, how much it matters. How when bro's father said, y'all aren't finna do this shit, or this ain't some shit that's about to happen, or if y'all are coming over to my crib, this is how I want it. It wasn't just him who was like that. His friends were like, hey, bro, hell no, you not finna do that because your father don't play about that shit, bro. Your father not going for that. Or we can do all this young nigga shit, but once you get in bro dad house, we're not even on that shit no more. Like, that is a really powerful movie, and I remember watching it. I think it's one of the movies I watched over quarantine that really like hit deeply for me. So, Boys in the Hood. Next to Remember the Titans, I think this is the first movie that I ever watched because we had the CD, and I loved it immediately because of all the underlying themes within it as well, and because Denzel acted his fucking ass off. My goodness. Third, the top 2, the 4 and 5, they're kind of interchangeable though. Like I said, it's a lot of 90s movies. I actually thought about taking out Remember the Titans for Rush Hour, but I left it in there. Or Rush Hour 2, I believe. But I left it in there. But I kind of want to take it out because, like, I ain't gonna cap, bro. When Chris Tucker was like in there with the Asian women and in the massage place, bro, one of the funniest scenes ever. I'm not gonna lie, one of the funniest scenes ever, gang. One of the funniest scenes ever. But yeah,
Yo, Chris Tucker is like unironically one of my favorite actors like ever.
Bro,
like,
he's hilarious. Like I could watch Rush Hour 2 like for the rest of my lives.
I need Rush Hour 4 today.
My top 3 though. My top 3. And Jay, here's why I said we're gonna have to talk.
Okay.
My number 3 is Black Panther 2. I think Black Panther 2. It was a very emotional movie for me. First off,
I
cried to this movie.
I bought my eyes out.
Anyways. Anyways,
got that ass? Yeah, it's a.
I need a moment.
Can we end the podcast? Can we end the pod? Like, because Matt is like about to blow me. Like, Matt is like that about to blow me.
Nah,
Matt,
nah,
all right.
when did they make a Black Panther 2?
Like 4 years ago, gang.
I remember it was 2022 because I went to go see it with my ex. I remember it. I got free tickets.
Bro,
I got to see it early. Nigga, she not finna watch this shit, nigga. What the fuck? What she gonna do? She go, oh my goodness, she shot me out.
Hold on, so y'all not bullshitting me. There's a second Black Panther.
Yes, bro.
Gang,
Yes.
yes.
Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Oh
bro.
my god.
So
Matt.
here's.
Wait, no, time out. Before
I
you
don't want to
explain,
deal with this,
like,
bro.
No. Okay, so Matt, so you know, like Chadwick Boseman died in like 2020, right?
Exactly. So how?
Yeah, the movie is more or less basically like an ode to him, my guy. You like didn't know, like, oh my god, my nigga. Oh, my brain.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Wait, time out. No, before you. Have you seen like any of the Doomsday like trailers for Avengers Doomsday?
No.
Let's move on. 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 Please.
Okay. No, Tyson, continue.
First off, let me tell you the scene that did it for me, and which is why I think, fuck, I'm blanking on her name, bro, and I really cannot blank on her name, gang. I really cannot. Mama, bro.
Mama.
Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett was robbed of a fucking Emmy.
She got robbed of
that
Oscar.
Scene. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That scene when Shorty comes back and lets her. I'm getting goosebumps and I'm about to cry even just saying it, man. Where she comes back and she tells Angela, your daughter was captured by that fuck nigga in the water.
Yeah.
And when she gets up and she says, I am queen. Do you not see what I have been through?
And my entire family is gone.
I have lost my husband. It seems like I'm gonna lose my daughter.
Have I not given everything? Oh my God. She got robbed of an Oscar. She got robbed.
Bro, brought me to tears. I get goosebumps.
Robbed.
I get goosebumps every time I see it. I could see it. I could see just the scene. When I do my Marvel rewatch in about 5-6 months, I'm going to get about 5 months. I'm going to get goosebumps then. That might be the best scene of this decade. And I am willing to go there about that. And
I'm not sure I'm gonna go that far.
I am. That scene, oh my. I'm telling you, goosebumps, some of the best, and her acting overall in the movie, when she dove in the water to save Ironheart
she was fantastic. Angela Bassett was fantastic.
She deserved the Oscar for that. That scene right there, that is what started that movie. I genuinely cried at that scene because you could see there's something about being able to feel what the actor is going through. Actress. I misspoke. Sorry, queen. What an actress is going through. She so perfectly conveyed the feelings and emotions of a mother, not a queen, of a mother who was left with the responsibility of a whole nation and has literally lost her entire family and
son, no daughter, no nothing.
She had to hold all of that stuff in, and you could feel her releasing it in that scene.
Bro, I also want to say, Tyson, we have time because work called me and said I don't have to go in, so we have time that we can like really like nerd out about this movie.
I got like 15 minutes.
Matt, this is the point in time where you first of all,
like,
you gotta watch.
Don't get me wrong.
Done.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't get me wrong. Black Panther has a bigger cultural impact, but I think that because of the depth and the added context surrounding Black Panther 2, I am personally taking it as a better movie. But if someone was to just say the cultural impact of Black Panther alone, you're taking over I'm not going to debate you on that, because that movie right there, it literally like changed. It inspired an entire generation of people, and we are literally like the generation.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm about to say like we are that generation that inspired. Now, okay, so number one, I do think that the original Black Panther is a better story than Black Panther 2. That's just my personal
I'm not mad at
that. I will say, admittedly,
I think the acting is better in Black Panther 2 though.
Oh, for sure. But I will say, admittedly, I have not seen Black Panther 2 since I originally saw it because I bawled my eyes out
Jay,
on 4
Jay,
separate times. No,
Jay.
listen. I can tell you the 4 specific times because I remember watching. I remember the whole film, and that's why I've never watched it again because I internalized the entire film. There are 4 separate times when I cry watch the film. I cried on the beginning scene when they basically said Chadwick Boseman died, so I cried at the beginning
Okay,
scene.
I wasn't there yet.
I cried immediately. So I cried immediately in that first scene. I cried in the exact same scene we were talking about when Angela Bassett is going off. She's like, I'm queen, all that stuff. I cried during that scene. I cried when they bring out baby T'Challa, basically, and he
Oof.
says his name.
Yeah.
I cried again, and
Yeah.
then I cried during the Rihanna song. I cried during the Rihanna song.
Yeah. And that was another thing about that movie. The soundtrack, even though I'm not personally a big fan of Afrobeats, the soundtrack did a lot. But yeah,
The soundtrack was fire.
Black Panther 2.
I never cried to a movie.
You haven't seen a good movie then.
Oh yeah,
In my opinion, you haven't seen a good film.
because my
You
next
haven't
two
seen a good
movies,
movie.
definitely cried to them.
Go
Number
ahead,
2,
Go ahead.
my favorite movie series of all time is the Creed movie series.
Bang! Tyson,
Creed 3. And let me tell you why Creed 3. Let me tell you why Creed 3 hit so much for me.
I prefer Creed 2, but you know ball.
I think Creed 2 is a better movie, but let me tell you why Creed 3 hit better most for me.
3 was in my top 10. I'll say that.
Creed 3 came out in 2023. Around that time, my grandmother passed.
My
And
condolences, brother.
when he says that stuff to his mom, and he walks, I'm literally about to cry right now. I'm not gonna lie. And he walks, and his mom is laying on that bed. So for context, so my great grandmother died in 2018. She had Alzheimer's. When he walks up to that bed and his mom is laying there, and he's like, "Yo, like, I'm sorry, mom." Like, they have a whole conversation, and afterwards, she calls him Adonis, like his father. And they're talking, and she's talking about him. She thinks she's talking to Adonis.
Apollo.
Apollo. She's talking to him as if he's Apollo and talking about Adonis.
Bro, yeah, that got me.
I'm not gonna lie to you because like it's different when you've been in that position. Like I remember talking to my great grandmother, and like she had a basement, and so sometimes when you walk in great grandma's house, okay, you checking with great grandma, boom, hey great grandma, how you doing? You conversation, we go into the basement.
Thanks.
And moments later, she's like, "Hey, mom." She say my mom's name. "Hey, who is in the basement?" That is something that I didn't understand at the time. I grew up, I understood it, and I watched the movie, and I see how that happens. And as a male who has also battled with internalizing grief and emotions and being bad at expressing that, seeing the way Adonis is just like, because I've been there before. I've been there with my friends, with females, where it's like, what's wrong with you? Man, ain't nothing wrong with me.
I don't want to talk
What's
about
wrong
nothing.
with you? Ain't nothing wrong with you.
I'm trying to forget it.
What's wrong? I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. That movie right there just had so many themes that I think me personally I can relate to, and especially with it being in front of his daughter. And first of all, Michael B. Jordan is one of the greatest actors of our generation, so he bodied the role. It's just so many themes within that movie. Because I didn't even get into the main storyline between him and Jonathan Majors, which was amazing in itself. All of the underlying themes in it, like, I'm telling you, bro, I could come to tears right now. Like, because that was another fun fact. That was the last movie I saw my grandmother. Also. So, like, and me and my grandma used to always watch. She's actually the one who introduced me to the Creed series. So, like,
wow,
all of that in that last movie was just like, it was so much. And even to this day, I watched the movie, like, around the time, like, earlier in the year, you ain't got really too much to do on your plate yet. I watched it, and I cried in the funeral when he's like, yo, listen, like, yo, baby, I'm taking the fight. Like, I have to take the fight, bro. Because of everything that's surrounding it. And then the way he goes, that's why like when I run, I tell y'all I feel like Creed. I have Amen playing in my fucking headphones by Lil Wayne, and you just see him training. And his trainer tells him, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga, you're old, you're slow as shit, you're not as powerful anymore, you're getting kind of fat. And this is a young guy who doesn't have as much wear and tear on his body as you, bro.
Doesn't got nothing to lose.
He has
like,
nothing to lose.
yeah.
And for Creed to go out there and literally have to like dive into a different element, bro. Like that is like when I talk about an inspirational movie, a movie that I can relate to on all fronts. Creed 3 got it, bro. Creed 3 got it, bro.
Before you get to number one, bro, I really want to give Michael B. Jordan his flowers because I started watching. I started like watching with Fruitvale Station. He was fantastic in that. I always thought Michael B. Jordan was a really
I wanted
good.
to put that in my top 5.
Yeah, Fruitvale Station is a fantastic movie.
I cried at Fruitvale Station. I won't lie, I did cry.
Yeah, fantastic movie. And I also want to give Ryan Coogler, also from California, one of the best
shout out, bro.
Directors, one of the best directors in my opinion at this point.
Up there with Spike.
Up there with Spike for sure. I was about to say he is our new age Spike, but I want to say that like my appreciation for Michael B. Jordan definitely grew like with Fruitvale Station, with the first Creed. I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, he's a really good actor. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He's the typical conventionally attractive black actor. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But as the Creed movies excel, like I said, Creed 2 is my personal favorite. As the Creed movies began to excel, as he played Killmonger in Black Panther, and also made that cameo in the second Black Panther film. Did a great job playing him. Did a great job playing a villain, and he wasn't the villain, by the way. But we don't get into that. Yeah, we don't get into that. He wasn't the villain. But to see it peak, especially at Creed 3 and at Sinners, and to see him finally get an Oscar, bro. Like, it was amazing. To watch it because we have grown up watching.
We have grown up.
Like we grow and to see him finally get that Oscar, bro. Shout out to him. I know like it's been a year since he got that Oscar, but it's fantastic to see.
Yeah, man.
One of my favorite Michael B. Jordan movies is Survivor's Remorse, when he's like pregnant wife.
That's a good one.
Shot in the bed.
Very underrated
one. That's an underrated. That's a low key one. But yeah, Creed 3. Yeah, I mean, it might be the personal attachment to it, but I do genuinely believe that is a phenomenal movie.
That's all good, bro. That's all good, bro.
Like just the one that provokes a lot of emotion. And my number one, Infinity War. I'm sorry.
Bang!
Infinity War.
Bang!
Like, hey, call it a cop out. Call it whatever you want.
What? Wait.
Call
Matt,
it whatever you want, bro.
What did you say, Matt?
I never watched the film.
He's never watched this $2 billion movie, and that's where we end the podcast.
Hey guys,
that's where we end the podcast.
Anyways, Infinity War. I don't have to say too much about Infinity War, bro. Another movie that got me highly emotional. When Tony Stark is holding Peter, and he's saying, "I don't want to go." Like he's like, "What's happening to me, Mr. Stark?" Like, and he just fades away, and you see the look on Tony's face.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It's like he lost a son.
Worst nightmares.
Yeah, it's literally it's the equivalent of him losing a son, and that's why I was really tempted to put Endgame in here, because that movie, man.
I think Infinity War clears Endgame. Endgame is a better event, but Infinity War is a movie.
Infinity War, I think as a movie. All right. Anyways, Infinity War overall.
How do we mute, Matt?
Infinity War as a movie overall, just like everything about the movie, I think it's like probably the best movie I have ever seen. Even though it didn't evoke as much emotion out of me as other movies have. But yeah, bro, that's my top 5 game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like kind of cheated because Infinity War is my favorite superhero movie like ever. Like even though I have like Black Panther is my favorite like movie period. But even though it's a superhero movie, I barely consider it a superhero movie. I consider it just like a black event movie. It's just has superheroes, but in terms of like superhero films of just featuring superheroes, it's Infinity War. So I did kind of cheat. Number one, number two, I have actually like a bit of a funny story again. I'm a huge comic book nerd. I went and saw this movie with my best friend opening weekend. Well, my best friend Will. Will, if you're watching this, shout out, you my guy.
Shout out, bro.
This and it's gonna be hilarious. Yeah, shout out, bro. But on the way to the film, I knew that I knew that there was going to have to be a sequel. And 2, I knew from the comics that Thanos was gonna have to snap his fingers and niggas was gonna die. So, but at the same time, I didn't think that Marvel had the balls to do some shit.
I didn't think they were gonna do it.
Because guess what?
Black Panther was still in theaters.
Yes.
Black Panther
And so-
was like
and
playing
so-
in the next theater over.
Crazy enough, I don't know if it was like it for you, but like a ton of my friends got the shit spoiled from. I didn't get it spoiled for me.
I know what
I
the
didn't
funny
get it
thing
spoiled
is
for
that
me.
I accidentally spoiled it for ourselves because I was like, oh yeah, in the comics, like Thanos like snaps his fingers and like half of the fucking Marvel universe dies. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna do that in the
I ain't
movies
cap,
and
Jay.
shit.
I would have shot you. I ain't gonna lie.
No, for sure. I know because I thought Marvel like didn't have because again, this is before Marvel like really killed somebody. Like again, okay. So another side note, like I also read these Captain America Civil War comic, and the Civil War comic is way bloodier than the movie. I prefer the movie, but the Civil War comic, like motherfuckers die in the Civil War comic. Like Captain America himself dies in the Civil War comic. So the fact that nobody died in Civil War, I'm like, okay, if they didn't got the balls to kill nobody in Civil War, I don't think they got the balls to kill nobody.
Have y'all watched
Civil-
Captain America movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched the entire MCU like front to back.
Yeah, for sure. I do a Marvel rewatch every year.
Yeah, Matt, we need to sit you down and watch some more movies. But anyway, but
Not
I'm
interesting to
thinking,
me.
but I think Infinity War will be interesting. to you. But
Infinity
anyway,
War will be. You probably wouldn't like Endgame. I think
You
Endgame.
honestly don't even need to watch. You honestly don't even need to watch the other MCU movies to enjoy Infinity War. In my humble opinion.
But I think you would like Infinity War. I don't think you would like Endgame though.
Yeah, Endgame is too long, and you need to really invest.
It's too
into
long.
this-
Yeah,
in the
and
universe.
yeah. Now for Endgame, you do. I mean, all you
You
really
need to
need
invest.
is Infinity War, but you kind of need
But
the
you need-
context
you
of
need to-
everything
yeah,
else as
of
well
everything else.
to
But Infinity
understand
War
the
you can
weight.
enjoy by itself. Infinity War you can enjoy by itself.
Civil War was
yeah.
about to be in my top 5 also.
Yeah, but Civil War, Civil War, I was thinking, okay, they don't got like I thought that they were gonna kill Rhodey, like when they shot Rhodey out the sky.
Yeah.
and he fell, and he
I
got
thought he was
paralyzed.
done.
I'm thinking like, okay, they ended up not killing nobody in Civil War. They're not really gonna do nothing like that in Infinity War. And then when he snapped his fingers, I looked at Will like our eyes were like big as fuck.
It was.
Everybody was losing their minds.
You
in
know
the
what it
theater,
was, bro? You know what it was, bro? And shout out Jay. Jay held it down because he got a spoil for him. He didn't even spoil it for, or at least he didn't spoil it for me. It was Shorty, bro. Scarlet Witch. It was her destroying Vision,
and he
killing
rewound
him.
it. Oh yeah,
It was her
cooked.
killing him and destroying the stone. And that nigga Thanos being like, fuck.
Let me just rewind this motherfucker. Yeah, it was cooked. Yeah, it was cooked.
He picked that nigga up. He said,
Rip the shit. Yeah, it was cooked. Yeah, it was so cooked. Nah, G, like when he snapped his fingers, Matt. This is why I say you had no childhood because this is one of these moments that you literally had to be there for. Like everybody in the theater lost their minds. Niggas was disappearing.
We was talking about this shit in class. Like,
we was talking about this in class all
like,
week.
bro, like niggas over here supposed to be reading the Odyssey and talking about Odysseus and Romeo and Juliet. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, Thanos just wiped out half the fucking planet.
Like, yeah, nigga, what? Like, yeah, bro, Matt, like again, bro.
Real tears,
Black Panther was still in theaters, and this nigga Black Panther disintegrated in front of us.
Real tears,
And his
bro.
movie is still in theaters. You know how fucking confused we were?
Real tears, bro. Real tears.
Like, bro, like that's why.
I just, bro, like I had a childhood. Trust
No,
me,
you
I had a
didn't.
childhood.
You
I
did
just-
not. you didn't watch the $2 billion.
You didn't watch,
movie,
you didn't
bro.
watch like two of the most influential movies of that
Period.
That like
they
can
weren't
watch.
they're not influential to me in my life. Like so, I just like
My nigga, these are two of the highest grossing films ever.
I ain't gonna cap.
bro, just
Damn near
because they make
everybody.
a certain amount of money.
Matt,
doesn't
damn
mean
near
shit.
You're
everybody.
a Drake fan. You
Matt,
like numbers.
Matt,
Like,
damn
what are
near,
you talking about?
Matt, damn near everybody you know, all of your
Watch this film
homies,
on
I
opening
guarantee
week.
you they watched both of them. They watched both of these films.
Opening week too. They watched both of them opening week.
I know
They had to
did.
watch. They had to
I'm
watch
not them.
both opening week.
I'm
And
not-
also a shout out to Endgame because my father was like fresh out of like hip replacement surgery, like still like basically using a wheelchair. Still took me to go see Endgame like a week before my birthday.
Real one.
Yeah, we like geeked out in the theater, like because
Real
like
one.
he's like low key a nerd too. We geeked out in the theater. My name Captain America lifted up the
That's
hammer.
another
We
thing.
geeked.
Y'all
You
also
feel me?
nerds. I'm not a nerd.
I am a nerd.
You don't have to be a
overly
nerd.
but
You
you
don't
don't
have to be a
gotta be a
nerd to enjoy
nerd
these
to
films, bro.
enjoy these,
Like,
bro.
no bullshit.
Bro, Matt,
No
I saw like the fine women, the pretty women that I knew in high school that did
Well,
not give
listen,
no
though.
fuck about superhero films in the theater.
Listen though, when I tell y'all like and this is not even because like we have a sports podcast and all that stuff. I genuinely invested my time into watching sports.
I did too, but
No
you can
bullshit.
do both. You can. I
No, I
did
didn't.
both.
No,
I
I
did
didn't,
both.
But I didn't though. But
I ain't gonna
didn't.
cap. Also, like
I did it.
I ain't gonna cap. Like this also came when anime was starting to become very prominent. So this is when you also started to
don't
see
watch
like
anime.
this is. I don't either. But this is also.
Demon Slayer,
But-
Dragon Ball
but no.
Super Broly, also
No,
honorable mention. By
But
the
this
way.
is when you also started to see like you also started to see. I don't know. Maybe this is
The great
just me.
shift. The great
But you
shift.
started to
The
see
great
like
shift.
it was
The
a
great
shift,
shift.
and you started to
The
see
great
women. You started to see women like you know how niggas are fake like they know some shit.
Tyson.
You started to see women. Oh my goodness! So Thanos really snapped his fingers. That was so crazy. Like I ain't gonna count. Hey, you and me, I was with y'all niggas. It worked. It worked. hey, I'm easy as fuck. That nigga did snap his fingers, gang.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, one last thing. Another audible mention. I avoided putting this movie, but it's my favorite anime movie of all time. Is Dragon Ball Super Broly. I watched this movie in theaters. First of all, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. That's my favorite franchise ever. Huge Dragon Ball nerd. This like seeing Dragon Ball Super Broly in theaters was like an experience for me, bro. I saw like I watched this like me and my best friend Will. Shout out Will. But in the front row. I wasn't like one of like the popular kids in high school until I probably got like 16, 17 when the glow up hit, whatever. But in the front row, I saw the quote unquote popular kids with a bunch of women watching this fucking anime film.
No, definitely. I'm
in
telling you.
2018.
That was when I'm telling you.
Like the great shift, Tyson. You weren't there, man.
I'm telling you. Yeah, you wasn't. I'm telling you.
There.
Like, even to this, like I know I
bro.
got more standards now, but yeah, I don't care. Yeah, that shit definitely used to work
Bro,
on me.
I
like-
also don't feel like I missed out on anything either. Like I feel like if I missed out on it, I would go watch it. I don't feel like I've missed anything. I don't feel like it's changed anything in my life where I need to go see it.
You can't. Yeah, but like these are moments that
I mean,
you had to,
your
like, be
experience
there.
is your
Like,
own, but like it's the fact that like the it's just everything like this is like he said, like Jay said, bro. This is literally like one of those moments. Like if you were there in the moment and aware and you got to share it with your group of friends, like it was.
Yeah, like bro, watching Infinity War and Endgame like in the movie theater with your friends and like genuinely
The thing
geeking
is,
out.
they
Like
went and saw it. My friends went and saw it. They asked if I wanted to go, and I said no, because like I just didn't like those kind of movies.
Hey, yeah. Hey,
But I will say though,
hey guys.
I will say though, I don't know if y'all watched the movie, but I said I never cried in a movie. I almost cried. I might have shed a tear in Fruitville Station. One movie that almost did get me to cry too. It might be really kiddish. It was Big Hero 6. At the end of the movie,
no, it's not kiddish. That's not kiddish. That's not kiddish at all.
It's not
Big-
I almost
kiddish.
cried to Big Hero 6 too.
Big Hero
Big
6
Hero
was
6 was a
the
good one.
movie that shit slick fucked me up.
Big
when I
Hero
was a little
6 was
kid.
a good
But
one.
other
Yeah,
than
no,
that,
Big Hero 6 is cool. Big Hero 6 is cool.
like,
You still have no childhood though. Like you still like it's. Like,
And we didn't even get.
no
Listen,
childhood.
because we slick do got to end this. We didn't even get into his lack of Disney Channel movie knowledge. Like,
No
that was,
Disney movies,
like,
no
hey, bro,
Pixar
like, hey,
movies.
hey.
Like, Matt, you
Wally-
have like catching up
Wally
to do.
trash. Toy
All right,
Stories
hey,
ain't
hey,
seen
all
them.
right, guys. Hey, Jay, any final words?
Matt, yo,
Hey.
we need to
Hey.
get you right.
Yeah, we gotta get you right, gang. Hey, Matt, no
I
final
He
words
said
for you.
Wally was trash. He
This
said
whole
Wally
shit.
was trash. He said
Wally's
Wally
fucking
was.
garbage. How's that
Wally
shit
is
entertaining?
Wally is
That shit's
fantastic.
Matt, no, you
Wally's
haven't
trash.
even seen Toy Story 3, bro. Your opinion is literally invalid.
I have
His opinions are awful. Like, oh my
I can't tell you
god.
shit about Toy
All right, yeah.
Toy Story 3. Yeah.
What are the? Oh
All
my
right, okay. Well, guys, that was another. We hit damn near 3 hours, y'all. That was another
That's heat.
great,
That's heat. We got
great-
hella film.
great episode of Stay On That Side podcast, bro. We will be back next week breaking down trades, and we'll see what's in the inner chat. What we talking about in the inner chat next week, man. But
We
Yeah.
shows or something like that.
Yeah, for
locking
sure.
Matt in a room and forcing him to watch all the
Yeah.
MCU movies,
Yeah,
all the
for
Disney
sure.
movies.
For sure.
Like
It's crazy.
he gets
That's
no
crazy.
say.
But yeah, man.
I'd rather go find a light.
Okay. All right. Well, talk y'all later, man. Peace.
Deuces, y'all.